That's it. That's it. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. I'm coming in live right now because, dude, Jason Casper hit me with the $50 super chat, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dang. All right. That's crazy. Yo, it's pumping tonight. It's on tonight, baby. It's on tonight. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I woke up this morning and I said thank you to the Lord because I woke up out of bed and I went to the bathroom with both my legs. Walking to the bathroom. Shout out to Crypto Dingo with the $100 super chat. Let's get this party started. Thanks for everything in your team, dude. Booming. $150 in super chats. We haven't even opened the doors yet. Can I get a amen? This is insane. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I can feel it pumping through my veins. I can feel it pumping through the air. I can feel it pumping through the night. Shout out to Jason Casper. Shout out to Crypto Dingo. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Thank you for all what you and your team do. Man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I get blown away every single time I touch this microphone. You guys are unbelievable. Shout out to the Crypto Lifers, the greatest group of people on earth. The greatest group on earth, man. You guys are awesome. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Pumping off that energy, pumping off the adrenaline. My lifers, man. Bring down the music just a little bit, even though I don't want to. Just a little bit. How's my audio? It looks like it's almost too loud. First week being a lifer has been great. Thanks, lifer. How's my audio? Great green screens showing a 10. Yeah, I see that a little bit. I'm wondering why, too. Wondering why. Let me see. I'll fix it real quick. Why is she doing that? Oh, she using... There you go. Smurvington, is this where I parked my car? Shout out to the $50 super chat from Mr. Smurvington. Shout out to you, man. You're out of control. You know what? I might just keep it... I can always do this. Hold on. Let's just keep it moving. Hold on one second. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We're going to get into what Bitcoin's doing, what we did today, what the lifers have been doing up the whole week. We've been pumping it up. It's been absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's see what's over here. Turn it off. What does mine say? $5. Dude, bro, what does mine say? Dude, where's my car? I've always lifer, just didn't know it yet. I've always been a lifer, I just didn't know it yet. It was like number 7, feeling like a little lucky tonight. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you guys as we run on in here. All right. Green screen acting a little funky, but I am traveling. It shouldn't be doing this, though. We had it pumping just the other day, acting absolutely perfectly. Confusing me for some strange reason. Maybe it just needs to be further up. Or further back. There it goes. There it is. There it is, acting absolutely perfectly, randomly when it wants to. See that? Just kind of acting funkadelic. Because there it is, acting perfectly. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, trying to get through this craziness. Take me 2 seconds. Filter. Pointless, holding me back. There we go. That's good enough for me. I'm going to take it from there. Okay, guys. Shout out to everyone here. We could deal with it. Let's do this. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Let's look at Bitcoin. Now, what's crazy is I just sold Bitcoin. Why? Well, I've been playing the 15-minute recently during my trades on the 1 hour. So everyone can see it's kind of insane. Let me see this here. So I just sold Bitcoin literally at 7:55 and 7:55 p.m. I got in at 236. They were quick little scalps. I made 240 and 130, not huge, but around, $440. But it only took 4 hours. Woke up this morning to alpha booming, took out for 760, and then also took LTO for 117. It was a beautiful day. All in all, a nice take. About a $1,400 take on the day. Great day of trading. And I still went to the beach like I was swimming today. And that's the beauty of trading. If you can go to the beach and still make more money than most people did who worked their butts off. And I worked hard. Don't get me wrong. I'll push it to the limit. Like, trading was in the back of my mind. While I was swimming, I was like, okay, I know where Bitcoin is on the stochastics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like tracking Bitcoin on the stochastics in the back of my mind. But look, here's another call for Bitcoin. We woke up this morning, nailed it. We woke up here in this pennant, nailed it. We woke up here the other day in this falling wedge, nailed it. We have hit Bitcoin every single time for the last 3-4 days straight. And I've been trading it with just a small amount of leverage, 3x leverage, every single time. We've been hitting it every single time. Shout out to my crypto lifers. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me pop out the chat. Get the chat going here. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for all the love. Much, much appreciated. Dude, bro, what does mine say? That's what it says. Dude, bro, what does mine say? Are you messing with me? I think you're messing with me. I think he's messing with me. Is he messing with me? I think he's messing with me. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Let me shrink this down so I can swing it around. Shout out to Crypto Dingo. Shout out to Mr. Smurfington. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Super chat me up. Is this where I park my car? Hilarious. 99. Doing damage. Let's get this party started. Thanks for everything you and your team do. Lifers make a killing yesterday. We really did make a killing yesterday. Let's go. Shout out to Jason Casper getting it moving with the $49.99. Dude, hit me up with $200 in super chats, man. You guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, it's not about the money. It's about the love, and I appreciate it more than you would ever know. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so we're tracking Bitcoin. Now, why did I sell Bitcoin? Well, because I saw that it hit this target, and this was my target. It was a little mini target. I have a bigger target actually for the trade. I see that the 1 hour can get up here. The 1 hour is just really getting started. You can see it's, and this is why I get in. The stochastics are a deadly force. I use stochastics with moving averages combined. Let me take you back in time. Let me give you a little trick. I'll teach you a trick of the trade right here. Whenever Bitcoin gets above the 21-day moving average, it snaps back to it. The white line is my 21. So Bitcoin gets up here, snaps back. This is why I use the 21 for profit taking. And then I've learned that once it gets to its high point and it gets far away, it has to get back to the 21-day moving average. It has to. In order for that to happen, it goes sideways and touches it. There's your next move to the upside. And you'll see this over and over again. Even if it's below it, it gets above it, it's gone. Has to get above it, it's gone. It has to touch it. Right here is a similar thing here. Boom, it's gone. Here it got really high. Had to go back to the 21-day moving average. All right. Profit taking. You want to scale out of things when the 21 and the 200 are far apart. You want to get in when they're super tight. It sounds simple, right? But a lot of people forget it. and they don't use the moving averages to their advantage. I have a checklist that I will teach you. If you need tutoring, I can tutor you. For $100 an hour, hit the link below in my video, and I'll teach you my 9-point checklist, and I'll drill you. And then you can join my Patreon group if you really want for $99 a month with a group of amazing people who are working extremely hard every single day. Every single day. So, shout out to my Patreon group. Shout out to everyone in the group, man. Absolute amazing calls. Absolute just looking at the charts, playing them day by day. And guys, we're not telling you, we're not moonboarding, we're not bearish, we're not bullish. We're literally just looking at the charts and playing it without emotion. Today, I looked at the chart. I literally was at the beach. I hotspotted open with my laptop. I said, this chart looks nice to me. Stochastics are low. I'm inside a bull pennant. I said the 21-day moving average is touching. I said 9 out of 10 times, Sam. That's a go. I said, then why isn't it a go right now? I said, it is a go right now. Let's put my money on the line. And I did. And it pays off when you know what you're doing. And I do it over and over. I do the same thing over and over again. I find a pennant like this. I get in towards the end and I ride it to the upside. And just something I've been doing now for 5 years consistently over and over again. And it's paid off over and over and again, day in and day out. And it seems like a simple concept, you know? And then you have to know where to put your stop losses and why. And they're at previous lows and previous support and resistance. And then it's about knowing your support and resistance. So you're combining support and resistance, MACD, RSI, divergences, moving averages, and the stochastics. And yes, it seems complex at first, but as you slowly layer each one, like first you get to know your divergences, check one. Then you get to know all your pennants. I start with pennants. I think you should start to know all your patterns. You move on from patterns and then you go from there. And that's how you be deadly accurate. We've been deadly accurate here at the Crypto Lifer Show, man. Unbelievable. All my peoples in the Telegram group hitting it every single day. I bought this hat today just because, just to represent the win. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a hat. Bought a hot hat, you know what I'm saying? I was eating at this restaurant and I was like, yo, it's a cool hat. You know what I'm saying? No man's. And I haven't bought anything in a long time. It's like a tiny little... Let's check it out. In the past few weeks, most of you have seen the beginning, but if anyone's new, this is in the last probably 20 days, something like that, 18 days. Axie up 35% gains, 13% in 5 hours on TCT, 7% in 5 hours on Engine. LTO 35%. We nailed the Bitcoin call before when Bitcoin started breaking out of the wedge. We hit it, nailed that call, and that helped us nail all the alts because when Bitcoin moves to the upside, it takes all the USDT pairs. I also explained the relationship between Bitcoin and the altcoins, how to play USDT pairs when you need, how to play BTC pairs when you need, how to hop into a coin with a BTC pair instead of a USDT pair. There's reasons for that. There's times when we want to be in one of those two pairs. I'll explain that to you. You'll know in my group. I'll put you in the right position, in the right time, in the right trade, in the right pair. Join the group today. You will not be disappointed. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. And again, don't do anything I do on this channel. Don't take any of this as financial advice. None of this is financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? Back to 12% in 15 hours on Nano, 22% on Dogecoin, 33% on Storage hit it. We hit 52% on FET when it was coming out, getting into a mainnet. Ferrum Network, cup and handle, nailed it for 40%. 27% gains for Theta. Even more came out of that one. If you stayed in it and raised your stop to the upside, that was a boomer. Still going to do some damage. 48% on Quant in 10 hours. I mean, that's a big move. 48% in 10 hours. LTO, we hit again for another 25%. Then we hit 28% on OPCT. It was about to pop. It was the biggest winner for that. It was like a few hour gain. 54% on Unify. Most people don't even know what that is. 26% gains on SKL. 12% in 12 hours on NKN. 35% on SRM. It was in a cup and handle. 30% gains on Luna and more came out of that one. 25% on DREP. 30% on Hex. We called the Hex pump before it pumped. 12% back on Nano again in 15 hours. 20% on SNX, 29% on Kava. Kava's still looking nice. We're going to get into that trade. 21% onto Comp. We gave you Alpha, which pumped today again, another 40, almost 40%. This went up about 22% so far. We nailed Bitcoin trade, nailed it. 20% for CTSI, booming. We hit Front just 2 nights ago for 20%, last night for 20% in 10 hours. Rev, I called about 12 days ago to hit 26. It hit it on a wick for 50% in a week. Balancer called it 14%, 50% gains on Quantum. I mean, this is insane. 35% more gains on front after the initial pop. There was the initial pop. We called it again. That was last night, so that one was 4 nights ago. Then this one again. Alpha for 17% gains, more gains. 78% gains on wing. I gave you the buy zone, gave you the stop loss. It eventually popped. 20% gains on SKL in 24 hours. 14% on PNT. 15%. The list goes on. I mean, it's absolutely insane how many wins we've hit. And that's probably not even all of them, no lie. And I'm sure we didn't win every single one. There's things we got stopped out of. But I'm honestly, man, I've hit now 23 of 27 trades. 23 of 27 trades. Bam, 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 you know? So the 1 hour says there's more to come. So what's going on? Well, you look at the 15 minute, and the 15 minute wants to come to the downside again. And you know what? I've been playing this all day. I just sold. I'll wait for this to come down. You can snatch the 15 minute again, ride it back up again, and play this when it comes maybe, you know, it looks like it's going to go here, go sideways, and then it's going to pop again. As long as Bitcoin doesn't break below these previous low highs, right, and it starts to bounce. So now look, resistance, right here. So now you take a look at your local areas. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the big screen on the weekly time frame, all right? Shout out to all my lifers, man, taking the call. If you're not in the Patreon, please get into the Patreon. We're called so many different things here. Now, listen, if you go to my channel, too, hold up, check out my channel. Of course, right when I do that, stop messing with it. 44,000. Look, I sold 44,000, like 700. I just had a feeling. I was happy with the trade. That's why I sold it. Whenever you want to tell someone how good the trade is, that's when you get out of the trade. I wanted to tell, oh, look how great the trade is. I was like, you know what? Then sell it so you can tell everyone how good the trade was. And you don't have to wish it was good. You can show that it was good. Shout out to 11,300 subscribers, on our way to 12K and to 20K, baby. And then we just keep knocking down the doors, baby. Now, we take a look at this. This is what I want to show you. Why I think the bottom was in. I started buying Bitcoin at 32,400, 30K even, you know? And I was just like trying to show certain signs why I believe, and I'm not saying it's over and over, but right here, look, Bitcoin golden pocket. Did we bottom? 3 signs the bottom may be in for Bitcoin a month ago. And what I want to show you here is I'm talking about things that no one else was talking about. No one else was going over. And I'm talking about a bullish divergence on Bitcoin that I was really dedicated to. I stay on divergences. They're the reason why I am able to make the money that I make. I'm a divergence trader by trade. I stick to my divergences. I stick to them over and over and again. Anyway, I'll show you to them live anyway. I just wanted to show you the call before the call on June 27th, where I'm going long on BTC, and I'm telling everyone I believe that the bottom's in here. Most people would be afraid to do this because they would be afraid their channel would get crushed when the bottom wasn't in and they looked like a fool. And, you know, it could have happened to me. I'm not saying it couldn't have. How come it didn't? Well, I stuck to my fundamentals. So what am I talking about here? Let me show you. And I've gone over this over and over again, but I don't mind showing it over and over and over again because repetition creates, creates excellence over time. Intensity and repetition. Intensity and repetition is how you get good at anything in life over and over again. If you want to achieve the best at something in any field of your choice, you want intensity and repetition. So there, look. You can clearly see here on the RSI we're pulling to the downside, but on the price we were pumping to the upside from this swing to that swing, from that swing, and that tells me that we should continue. We were also extremely low on the stochastics. We got low. I looked at Bitcoin in the last 5 years, and I said, okay, if I don't want to freak out about the temporal time, about the moment we're in right now, if I don't want to freak out about it exactly right now, I have to make a call, right? If I have to make a call about Bitcoin at that moment in time, I said, well, here was the best time to buy Bitcoin right here on the low when it was like 5,500. Then it bottomed here. Here was another good time at 3,100. Then it kind of went low again at like 60, 7,800. Nice time. And so I circled all these times, and I would go over this too in my tutoring sessions with people I was tutoring. And I'd say, listen, if you don't remember anything else from my tutoring session, I said, remember how to put a stochastic on, put it to the weekly, and buy assets when the weekly is low. I said, and sell them when the weekly is high. And I said, if you can accomplish these feats, you will become wealthy. And it's that simple. Like, how crazy is that, right? Like, you could forget everything I do on this channel, and you could take this to the bank right now, and that would be the golden egg. I mean, had you been buying Bitcoin the last time the weekly was low, you would have been buying Bitcoin right here where we did, where we longed hard. This is where my whole channel longed hard. I called a long here at 10,006. I even longed in at 9,007. Everyone called for a 9,200 gap. There was a gap there. I always remember this. There was a gap to fill right there. If you guys remember, someone here on the channel remembers, there was a gap that needed to be filled right there. And you know, it did not get filled. Everyone said it had to get filled. Hey, Sam, take a peek at ACH. Took some big profits, and it may look like a re-entry. Shout out to Crypto Greg for the $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Crypto Greg. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very, very much. Dogecoin pumping. The market's just going to go crazy now. A lot of profits will come out of Bitcoin as Bitcoin goes sideways as well. Highly likely to happen to the upside. Look, 3 weeks of pumping for Bitcoin. Last time we saw 3 weeks of pumping for Bitcoin was the beginning of the huge boom all the way back up to 64K. Is Bitcoin going back to 60K? Well, today on the stream, the title of the stream is why 44K could mean 60K. Well, 42K was a big deal. Even this 40K region here on the weekly time frame. But up to the wick, if we go up to the wick at 41,800, 42K. And I said, if we get a candle close above 42K, I said, I will be in heaven. That'll be a big deal for me. And you know what? We could hit 50K and this could still be a dead cat bounce and we could go all the way back to like 22K. I don't want to scare. I don't want to always. I take it day by day. But you know what? Because the weekly's pumping to the upside, it's highly unlikely. The last 1, 2, 3, 4 times that the weekly crossed this dotted line, it started a big move for Bitcoin. Specifically when we had this type of uptrend to the upside. If you even bring this back and you consider this a trend, this is never really broke trend, and that's a beautiful trend. I've seen many trends like that continue to the upside for a long, long time. Everyone that got caught up in that Wyckoff theory from that one guy's channel, I keep forgetting his channel. It's called like Incondition or Indecision, or I forget the name of the channel. Lifer, check out Quant. We will bullish on Quant. 4 hour. Terminate Cake launching on BSC any second. Yeah, I'll look at Cake too as well. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Let me get into first week being a lifer, and I'm being glad. Thank you to the lifer and the community. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you for becoming a lifer. I appreciate you. Shout out to Scott M, Alexander Gustav, Market Slayer, Tony Skogs, Clonus Q, all my people, Unpaid Mechanic. Dude, the stream is popping tonight. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. To my understanding, the bill is bipartisan. That means it'll go through. The best we can hope for is that they agree on the amendments that improve it, not make it worse for crypto. What's going on in here? Shout out to Jesse B. Bullish division on Quant on the 4 hour. Lifer, check out Quant. Appreciate you, man. Evening, Sam. Hello. Thanks for the 47 likes, fam. Global Lifer family watching. Lifer, give the Lifer a pump. Shout out to everyone here. We haven't had a 42K weekend close since February. Yep. What about the pump, son? So I just wanted to go over this idea for Bitcoin on a beautiful trajectory to the upside. And look at this. It could be doing this. You know how we project on the 1 minute, how we project on the 5 minute, the 7 minute? Well, let's get busy projecting now again. Check this out. This is pretty outrageous. I'm just going to build you a story that maybe no one has seen yet. I haven't even seen this. This is like, yo, hold up. Stop the music. Freddie, stop the music. What do you mean? Yeah, stop the music, Freddie. Guys, I haven't done this by myself. I haven't done this with a friend. I haven't done this with my wife. Excuse me. I haven't done this with anybody. And that is make this pattern right here. And look at where Bitcoin's going to go. This is the first time in my life I've ever done this. This is a probable idea. Bitcoin could be forming the parabola right here. This is a big deal. This is insanity. It could be forming something amazing, something big, something unreal. So it says we may get rejected by the previous high, 62K. Maybe I'm a little off too. You know, it might be something like this, right? I'm not perfect. This is projection-wise, something like that. Come back down, to this line right here, which would make sense. There's some big support there. There's even where we might end up going there. Bounce. All right. Go back up, get rejected one more time, bounce, and then break above it. Use it as support. 60K will be the break to 100K. And look at this, 125 on the dot. $125,000 Bitcoin. It says it's going to take till January of 23, though. So in January, we're looking at $125,000 Bitcoin by the, and I don't know the timing. The timing's never perfect, but it says that this is possibly coming. Let's put that music back on, but this is insane. This is insane. Now, profit's going to start slipping out of Bitcoin into all the other altcoins. How's the audio, guys? Is it as good as it always is? It just seemed hotter than normal and I don't understand why. And I've been trying to check that out for a second, and I don't get it. Can't hear you. Can't hear me. Okay, that's better, right? Yes, audio is good. Sound is crisp. Is that too loud now that I just did that? Too loud then. Too loud, right? Too loud? All right. Yo, is it going to keep pumping, bro? Well, look, take a look. I would love this slow and steady climb. A grueling march to 125K over the next 1.5 years. It's perfect. That would be nice. Yes, audio is pimp tight. Better now. Now it's perfect. All right, cool. All right, cool. Cool. With the gleam. The projection is incredible, bro. So look at this, man. This is something I'm thinking about right here. I've never even thought about this, and this is something that could just be momentous, however you want to say it. Probably say it. And look how little that 20K pump now is. It looks like and I used to talk about this. I used to say, one day this 20K pump will look like a little bump in the road that no one will ever think about again. And I can't to look at it now and remember that was the biggest thing that ever happened to me in my life. This little move here was the biggest thing that ever happened to all of us. Like Bitcoin to 20K as it crosses 4. Look, it was all just, it had 5 fours, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. The power of the fours. Okay. Now, will Bitcoin keep pumping? Somebody asked. Let's take a look. And let me, I'll give you the keys to the trick. There's tricks to figure out all these different things. Now, number one, the key to where something is going is in the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. But then you have to go even deeper to find out, the health. The health of the 1 hour comes from earlier time frames. If earlier time frames start to break down, then the 1 hour is likely to break down. If earlier time frames show strength, then the 1 hour shows strength. If the 1 hour shows strength, the 4 hour. If the 4 hour, then the daily. So you have to kind of build a story with multiple time frames if you want to understand the health of Bitcoin. So right now we're going to look at it on the 1 hour together, and we're going to take a look. And I'm going to show you what I see, and then you can tell me what you think you see, and we can begin to build a story. Now, number one, it's forming that rising wedge, baby. And we know if a rising wedge breaks to the upside, it's highly likely to go and do some serious damage. But look, they already broke it down again. They got their liquidity. Did they get enough? Were they happy enough with that, or do they want to do it one more time and jigsaw us again? We shall see. I'm also going to bring something up that I don't want to bring up, just something that crossed my mind. Usually I like to use candle closes, but just a weird idea. Like, could it have been, honestly, what's crazy? Could it even said it was like a diamond like this, and it came in from the top, so it should leave out the top, even though it just wrapped into the top. It's kind of interesting. So even the diamond theory there could play out to be, because it's a continuation pattern depending on where you enter inside the diamond. That's just like, that's a really out of mind concept there. Just a really crazy idea. So if Bitcoin fulfills the 1 hour and it hits its measured move, which it has done for the last few days in a row, right? And it just goes to where we, it just does the simple TA thing, nothing crazy, just hits a measured move. It's going to go up about 6% from where it's at, and it says it's going to go to about $47,000. All right, that's it. And this isn't me saying this stuff. This is the TA. I'm just a meteorologist, my friends. I'm able to read the charts. Bounced off the 200 MA on the 15. I think it's still going, bro. Anko probably will. I think I got permission on the WAM unbounce on the 15. Cheers, bro. There you go. Sammy up and handy. Sammy up and handy. Going to work. There you go. Tony Skoggs, man. Shout out to you, man. Momentous. Monumentous. 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 Shout out to Crypto Greg, man, in the spot. Shout out to all my people. So let's take a look at ACH for Crypto Greg and see what's going on. Shout out to everyone here. BTC dumping. Shout out to Unpaid Mechanic. Appreciate you, man. J-Class bounced. He can't stay. Shout out to everyone here on the live, man. Sunday might be red, though, given the amount of green. Oh, there's got to be a red day. Like, where is the red day? I keep waiting for the red day, and I just play whatever the charts give me. Look at this. Bitcoin starting to break up to the upside as it's starting to pump back to 44.7, and now it's gone. It breaks 44.7, it's gone. She's going, she's going, she's gone. It's like an auction, man. She's flying, right? Let's take a look at the support that it's breaking here from the left side. This is crazy as we see Bitcoin pump right now in front of our faces. Back to 44.7. And now I'm looking at my sell like, damn, I sold 44.674. Now it's going past it. I got to look at that 15-minute. So we see a little bit of rejection here. And look, we've already kind of gone through that weekly support. And you could say like the next big region, you know, we had a breakthrough this 43. Then we have, you could say we have a little region here at 45,360. And then it's 47K. So like we break 45K. I mean, it's 47K. And then it's 48K. And we break 48K, it's 50K. 54K. And then 54K, 60K. And then we didn't spend that much time up there. So there's not a lot of support and resistance up here. Like there's just some chop. We bounce around through there for, that takes 2-3 weeks to eat that up. And we're gone. So anything is possible, though. You know, I'm not saying any of these projections that I'm making are guarantees. I'm just making ideas. These are just some ideas that I have that are possible. Just possible ideas for BTC. Struggling at that 44.7 region. Look at it. Got rejected again. Quick little sell-off at 44,700. Bitcoin having a little bit of a problem there. Let's take a look at the 15-30 minute. Yeah, see, these are the 30 minutes still high, too, as well. It needs to come down to the downside. That's what I said to myself. I said, you know what? I see that it's doing its thing, but let me come down here. I would set an alert here. If I was going to trade BTC, I'd take a deep breath and I'd relax. Everyone gets really hyped at these times and they get super excited. I used to too. Now I'm just like, I think it's the Labradorite. Shout out to Crypto Greg, man. Ever since I've had it, I'm just so calm and I just look at the chart and I say, okay, there's time. I set an alert and I don't trade until the alert hits. And once the alert hits, then I'm like, okay. Like today I had an alert hit, so I was like, okay, let me look at that. Let me take a look at that, you know? And that's all I can say. Bam, hit the alert. My love, could I have a cup of water? I have a jar here. You could use the sink even upstairs. Okay, and so I just created an alert for Bitcoin here on the 30 minute. When Bitcoin resets and hits this line, I think it should flag, or maybe it's in a bigger pattern. And that's when you start kind of looking at things like this. Okay, maybe it's in a bullish rectangle. Or actually, look at this. Look at that. There you go. Now we're making some sense. Is that what Bitcoin's doing? Right? Also, I saw something insane. Look at this. I'm about to blow your minds. Watch this. Does anybody see what I see? I see a cup and handle. Look at this. Look how insane my vision is. But I really think it's there. Absolute ridiculousness. Thank you so much. Take a look at this. And I'm going to go to a smaller time frame so we can really get into this. Probably like this 7 minute. But look at this. 7 minute has a cup and handle. A cup and handy, dude. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. Break to the upside, right? This is how you just play traditional TA. And if you see things, if you know your TA, then you're going to see these things. I saw these things. Me and my group talked about it. As a team, we already we mentioned it. The lifers, we were like, oh. And my lifers are keen now. They see what the lifer sees. I've opened their eyes up. They've all been opened up. It's like seeing Morpheus in the Matrix. They've all taken the red pill, right? Once you took the red pill, you can never go back. Pretty much the measured move here, and that's where we hit. That's the measured move of the inverted head and shoulder. That's another reason to take profits. I've always seen it After that measured move, it likes to bounce off of a moving average or go low again to some area of that nature, right? And honestly, let me do this too. This is something that's interesting. I think we're hitting this trend line. Look at this. I'm gonna make this trend line a little better to look at. And it looks like we're running out of room now. And if you keep working at your patterns, eventually you'll find something that makes sense. And then you can even do this. Look at this. So now, this is my idea, and this is what I call the Twisted Sister. We used to do this all the time on the channel when Bitcoin was pumping, and I try to find out, okay, does it want to come down and go up and go out? Because this is a channel, this is a path it can take, right? Just like we made the bigger version, right? Or does it want to go sideways through here? Either way, it's still it's somewhat of a bullish idea. Either one will work out, but which one will it be? And now we have an idea for Bitcoin. Does it go out in this bull flag, or does it stay up in this pennant and kind of break on out? It's very, very interesting to see. And I watch these things, and I love doing this. And I watch to see, okay, which way do you want to go, Bitcoin? And when it gets this close, I have a reason. Once it breaks up, I'll take the trade to the upside, right? If it breaks sideways, then maybe I'll wait to see what else will happen. You know, if it goes sideways, that's also a falling out of a rising wedge, is it not? And then that's a bearish pattern, and then we could go back to 43,000. And so look how I can find out on the 7-minute whether I'm bullish or bearish. Something that I figured out on my own. This is my own little thing. No one even taught me this. I labeled it the Twisted Sister. I made that up one day on the live stream. We're gonna have to make that a new shirt, Twisted Sister. I don't even know why I call it the Twisted Sister. I have no clue. I think that's a band. It's like a rock band, you know. Let's take a look at ACH for Crypto Greg. But that's a really good trick right there that I just laid down. My own personal little gem that I've never even really shared with it. I mean, we used to do it on the channel, but it is like, I realize what a good trick it is, because it really positions you in an ability to make some cash, you know. ACH on the 7-minute, let's take a look. Came all the way back to 8 beans. All right, had a call that it would go up, but 35% hit it. Damn. On the live stream too, didn't take the call, but it did do it. Would have been sweet. It did it in like 6 hours too, pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna delete all my work, and we're gonna start fresh with ACH. Okay. You know, it's so new that the 7-minute looks like the daily time frame. So let's begin at like the 15. Looks a lot like Bitcoin. Remember Bitcoin pump? Did the funky dunk? Isn't that funny? Let me just do something real quick that's pretty interesting. I want to show you guys something. We're going to duplicate the screen, right? And this is another thing. Pattern recognition. Seeing patterns inside of patterns from before and after by being in the charts all the time. You start to kind of bend and twist. And there's just so much going on. If we flip Bitcoin right now, check this out. Let me blow your minds. If we flip Bitcoin to like the weekly, right? Watch this. So Bitcoin rejected again by 44,007. Quite interesting, right? I just want to show you something funny. So here's Bitcoin on the weekly, right? Watch. I'm going to grab a fractal of this. What is a fractal? A fractal is when you take a shape, the representation of a shape, and you do it with what's called bars pattern. And you drag it from like where you want to kind of drag it. And look, it's going to grab this pattern here. Then once you're on it, you hit Control C, you know, or Apple C if you're on a Mac, or Control C on a PC. And then you want to paste it on this. I don't know why it won't paste, but I want it to paste. Keep showing up and then leaving. Oh, because it's like not long enough or at the time frame or something. Oh, it's like showing up, but it's showing up like way too big or something. All right, so there it is. As I fumble through this, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. It's worth the look, in my opinion. It's going to be interesting. So if I shrink this puppy down, right, to some crazy tininess, and we start going back in time here. Bear with me, man. Fractals take a second, right? They're worth it. Anything worth looking at isn't a quick jimmy jim. You want to, like, you know, you want to have your time with it. But you can see what I'm doing here, and you can see how they're going to start matching up pretty weirdly. Okay? And what I'm trying to tell you is, like, these things just seem to repeat themselves in a very strange way. Like, look how eerily creepy this is going to be when I get to, like, the 15 minute. And I shrink this fractal down the way I need it. And I saw this, like, I've never done this before. I just saw that this was probably going to happen. It's just crazy to me. It's so weird, man. And so what does this tell me? Well, we're going to go down and then probably pump to the upside pretty nicely. This is going to follow that Bitcoin fractal. Like, what do you guys think of that? I mean, that's pretty nuts. I think that's insane. I think that's worth the show right there. Right? Bitcoin to 81K within a month. H-bar, come on, Dad. Everything pumping. How's Mom's? Mom's doing great, man. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate you, man. I love it. Shiba pumping, finally. What about the 99 moving average crossing over the 888 moving average? Called the J West Rocket Fall. LOL. I was free back in October 2020. Lifer is the GOAT. I was there back in October 2020. Lifer is the GOAT. Shout out to JV Supreme. Yes, you were, man. I remember you. You're one of the few people. JV Supreme, man. My dude, man. It's been a while. Lifer changed how we see crypto. Join the Patreon and change your life. Hi, crypto is back, baby. Labradorite for abundance. All day long. Shout out to Crypto Greg. It's the 200-day MA is struggling with. Take a deep breath and hyperventilate. So you look at Bitcoin on the weekly, and it's hitting the 21-day moving average, right? It's got to break above it. All signs are go on the weekly and the 2-week. Monthly even is bullish. Monthly turning bullish on us too. Very, very bullish on the monthly time frame. I mean, these are the big boy time frames. The 3-month gives us nothing. So, like, that's the biggest time frame we can find, and it's turning bullish. It's turning bullish. All right. It does have to touch the 21-day moving average at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know that happens on every time frame. So Bitcoin's going to have to kind of... Looks like we're not out of the water yet. Looks like we could still see 35K. Unless we kind of go up and down, and we touch this somewhere in there. All right. But, you know, we're going to have to touch this 21-day on the monthly at one point. It could take a long time, though. Longer than we realize. So Bitcoin got rejected, 44,289. Good sell by the Crypto Lifer as we sold 44,674, right below the previous high. Remember, the 4 hours cooked too, you know, and we've gotten such a run, man. The last few days we've been just running it. It's gonna have to come down. We all know this, guys. We all know that the story ends at one point, right? So even if we get a pump tonight and everything goes well, now what you want to do is you want to start looking at what altcoins are going to take profits from Bitcoin right now and start pumping throughout the weekend. That's what you want to look at Saturday and Sunday night, and you want to get your head right. So what do you want to do for that? You want to look at total too. You want to look at total. You want to look at Bitcoin dominance. You want to start scoping out the universe you're about to get into. You want to start scoping out what's going on with the entire crypto market, right? So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance so we can get a look at what's happening. Is it going to give through to altcoins? Is Bitcoin pumping? Did it take market share? It's going to be very interesting to see if our projection that we played for the last few days for dominance has played out. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Take a look at a Bitcoin dominance right now, right away. Remember, if you're having a hard time finding Bitcoin dominance, make sure you hit all. For some reason, it's not in the crypto space where it should be. Doesn't make sense, but just that's how it is. Right off the bat, what do we see? We see a pattern that we would love to see if we were trading if we were shorting a market. We see a head, we see a shoulder, we see a right shoulder. That's a beautiful thing, is it not? Let's take a look at the measured move. Let's draw a neckline. Let's see what's going down with this idea. So right off the bat, we're high on the 1 hour. Saying this is telling you that people are going to start piling into altcoins tonight. Tonight. For the next 8 hours at least. And it's about, what, 9 p.m.? Telling you till about 4 or 5 p.m. Maybe even, you're going to get a dump here on Bitcoin dominance to the downside. Bit of a Bart Simpson, bit of a Bart Simpson head and shoulder pattern forming. And we're pointing down on the stochastic RSI. We're also pointing down here on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour even is in our favor. We did get the massive dump from the downside here. That was fun. Trading alts was beautiful right there. When you have massive dumps like that on Bitcoin dominance, it got rejected hard from 49, came all the way back down to 45, came back to 46. Looks like it's going to dump again. It can get held back by 44.76, and then we'll reconvene. But it looks like tonight and into tomorrow, dominance will be breaking through for altcoins to pump to the upside. Get ready to find an alt to jump on if you haven't already. There will be some profit taking, though, despite Bitcoin. So you want to find the right alt at the right time and play it. Let's take a look at total and total, too. And that's going to tell us what's happening with the entire market cap, what's happening with Bitcoin. Wow, we're about to hit $1.8 trillion, guys. Unbelievable. I drew this little pennant and said we would break up to the upside. I thought, the measured move was about 1.77. Then I suggested, okay, we may hit a bigger target. The falling wedge target, too, is right about here, where these double lines I drew here at $1.81 trillion. We're about to hit that target. Or did we wick to it and bounce away? Yeah, we hit it. So look, we hit the green line that we drew. Bam, look at that. Hit the total target. And this is the entire market cap. Remember, let's see how high we ever got, right? Let's take a look at that weekly chart for the entire market cap. What a move on the weekly. How high we ever were was $2.5 trillion. All right? A lot of people said we were in a bear market, and a lot of people were like, oh, these traders don't know. They're in a bear market. They don't know. I didn't say we were in a bull or a bear market. I said we were in a bear market until we broke above the $42,000 mark, because if we didn't break above the $42,000 mark, we were just basically in a downward trend, like lower lows, higher and lower highs. We now have a higher high, clearly, and unless we see, knock on wood, I've seen Bitcoin dump massively tomorrow and losing its entire momentum. I don't think that's going to happen. We don't know. I don't like to use the word think. So far, the charts convey that's not going to happen on the weekly time frame. So it's looking pretty healthy. Also above the 21-day here on total. Very, very healthy sign for total, right? Remember, though, it is getting far away. Remember, take profits whenever the white line and the yellow line are far apart. Something you want to think about, too, on the weekly time frame, right? They have to get tight again. So it looks like we're in for some consolidation. It looks like we're getting a pump maybe to 50K, but I think we're going to come back down. It looks like we're, don't get so excited for just a continuously move up to the upside. I see in the charts, because I know how the moving average play, and they're going to have to get tight again for the next big move. For them to get tight again, we're going to have to consolidate. It's that simple. Unless they just get so extended, I wouldn't want to see that. To me, that would be like an unhealthy parabolic run that would have to be reined in with a massive decline. So I wouldn't want to. That wouldn't be my favorite thing to see. You know what I'm saying? All right, back to ACH. We didn't really fulfill the entire story here. Let's take a look at a Fibonacci on it as well. Fibonacci came to the 706, basically 618 and the 65, the golden pocket, right? Do we see what's called bullish divergence, which we want to see is swing down to swing down on the swing lows, swing low to swing low, which we do, and swing up to swing up on the RSI, and we see it beautifully right there. We also see it starting to turn to the upside here. This looks like it could be a play. It also, look, previous high was right here. Let me draw a line, and it coincides with the Fibonacci level and support and resistance. Resistance came all the way back down, bounce, another bounce. Could this bounce be the last bounce to the upside? Very interesting. Crypto Greg putting it on the radar like he always does. Never ceases to amaze us. Never ceases to bring a gem to the table. Shout out to Crypto Greg for all you do for the crypto lifers and all you do for me. Thank you very much for being here, and I appreciate you each and every day. I'm glad God made you the way you were. Let's take a look at this curve here. ACH doing its thing. Half a cup and handle. I've seen this play out many times. Falling wedge has to break to the upside. Bitcoin just did this. You know, everyone was saying no, 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 and then it said yes, 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 yes. So ACH, let's put a call out for ACH. You know, we're not guaranteed anything, but you know, all you can do is make a play where a play is made. So here's a call for ACH, and then it could get out. You know, you could play the fib right here, 125% gains to the fib, which almost had me falling over in my chair when I looked at the gains that we just went over. Where would the stop loss be? It would have to be tight, but not too bad, about 17%, something like that. You know, something like 21% even. To gain 130 ain't bad. That's still a 6-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio. You could DCA, and as you get in further and the position gets bigger, then the risk is less, and you can raise stop losses too. Like you start with 500, you could add 500 5 times. As you ladder into the trade in the next couple days, I want to see moving averages get tight. I want to see, I don't want to see the 50 cross over that 200, not too much. I want to see it kind of round on out. I'd like to see some higher highs as well. Let's go to a smaller time frame to see if we see any confluence, anything else going down. We see the very strong divergence playing out now on the 7-minute, telling us that is a bottom. We should be pushing up, also coinciding with that support and resistance line that we're touching, and a Fibonacci. That is confluence at the end of a falling wedge. I like what I'm seeing. There's some reasoning that this could be bouncing to the upside as well. No guarantees though, so it's still a high risk trade for sure. Like you could get stopped out, and you can't get upset that you do, because you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk, but that's what we do every single day here on the channel. And if you show up at the same place doing the same things over and over again, you begin to minimize the risk that's proper risk management. And say you took this trade 10 times and you lost it 7 times. Let's just say you lost this trade 7 times, right? Let's just say. So you did it 10 times and you lost this one 7 times at 21.51%. Right? You would lose 150%. That would be horrible, right? That would be a lot of, if you had like $5,000, you would lose like even more than $5,000. Horrible. You would just keep putting money in until you lost it all, right? But then if you won 3 times 120% gains, 130. All right? 130. So remember, you would have lost 150 there, but 130 times 3, 390 minus the 150, you'd still have your portfolio up almost 2.5 times. So you just have to learn how to mitigate the risk. And right now, I show you with my system right now, I'm up like 24 of 28 trades. Absolutely insanity. And it's from just consistently taking profits over and over again. Like I sold Bitcoin, and I told my Patrons exactly when I sell it. Right when I sell, I send a little thing out showing exactly the sell. You know? I show the buy, I show the sell. I'm going to go into Bitcoin right now because of this, you know, and it just happens like that. And shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to all my lifers that jumping back into the crypto game, man. Some of the Patrons left, some of the Patrons that left, they came on back, right? Let's take a look at Chain Guardians. We've been looking at Chain Guardians as a play. So here's a call right here on the channel. This would be a longer term hold as well. Bigger risk for a bigger reward. More of a bigger midterm hold idea here. This is not something you just jump into for 4 or 5 nights. This is something you plan to be into. Might take 2-3 weeks for this to play out. If you're lucky, it might take a month. You know, but 130% ain't no joke. That's 40% a week. Damn near. And a little under that. But still, it's those are good gains. And you don't want to, you know, to the conviction and the patience goes the spoils. To the convicted and the patient goes the spoils, man. If you know what you're in, if you've done your studies, if you like this is a payment network, Alchemix, right? It's supposed to be really awesome. If you understand the tech and you believe in it, then by all means, you jump into the trade and let it do its thing. This is highly accessible also on Coinbase, so it's another place you may want to jump on in and take a shot at this trade. Shout out to my computer booming as I'm using it and using a lot of its power, and it's actually gaining battery life. Shout out to the computer for not dying on me like the Mac did. So we can now know that the main gear is better than the Mac for sure. For sure. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, guys, and that is your time. And that is your time, because you got to trade your time for everything you do in this life, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. I should just stop touching that. Every time I touch it, I mess it up. Oh, some cool ideas today, though, definitely. All right, let's get into the chat hardcore. Let's go through what's going on. They can break the 200. Thoughts on Dogecoin? You know, let's take a look at Doge for you. There's a lot of Doge lovers out there. Let's take a look at Doge. Let's bounce from super chat to super chat. Let's get the information pumping. So Doge on the weekly looks really nice. Okay, we had 22% gains on Doge. We already did that. Let's get rid of that. That happened. Yeah, but look, you know, you draw on a fib, and when things get back to, if then they go to they should retrace to the 88 or the 82% retracement. That's a humble, that, you know, most thing you see at Richard Hart, everything has to retrace 80%. I mean, there you go. Like, that went all the way back to 15 from its, you know, it did retrace 80%. 76.8% or a little even more on a wick. I mean, I think it hit 80%. And highly likely to bounce. There was an inverted head and shoulder that you see me drawn right there, and then I even had my fibs drawn. Even a falling wedge with 68% chance of a break to the upside. So if you just played your strict fundamentals without letting anything get in your head, see, it's the problem why people don't trade well is because they don't realize that they don't know what's affecting them. It happened to me. Like, now I know that when I just trade the charts, the only thing affecting me is the chart. That's it. There's nothing else affecting me. That's why I'm able to take profits consistently day in and day out, because I don't worry about what the news says. I don't worry about when they're unlocking Bitcoin by Grayscale. Remember all that Grayscale unlocking? They had the entire YouTube thinking that we were going to have a massive dump to the downside. Everyone was like, oh, we're going to have a dump. It's going to happen. Massive dump. I said hogwash. I said hogwash. That's not happening. And I didn't say it wasn't happening. I said hogwash. I'm not listening to that nonsense. I said, I'm just not listening to that type of behavior. That's just news manipulation, and I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to stand by it. It's not happening. I'm not believing that this is really happening right now. I think they're just kind of making stuff up to get in our heads, and I'm going to keep trading the way the chart tells me I should be trading. And the weekly was low, and there was hidden bullish divergence. And I said to myself, this is it, man. This is it. I said, I've seen this many, many times play out. I don't know what the news is saying. I don't know what other people are saying. All I know is my system and what my system is telling me. And my system was telling me all systems are a go. Everything was ready to go. And because of that, I went all in, you know. Around 32,400 was when I finally decided, hey, this is my last chance to do it. Something funky here. You know, I choose just I wanted to do something different here. Hold on. Funny, you know, I tested this all this nonsense too, which is insanity. Maybe that's why, huh? This one looks great, and it won't. That's weird. That's why. Well, I got the filter that's looking perfect and doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. And just playing games, which is funkadelic. Still won't click on, which is so weird. Oh, I know why too. Maybe I got you. I got you guys. I got it. I'm not gonna give up until I win, man. Because we know, man, we're professional here, and we usually don't have it looking all sloppy like that. That ain't the life or way. That ain't the life or way, man. Just ain't. It's just weird. It's the one that's not really working correctly, acting all funkadelic, which I don't understand. Anyway. Then I got one that like looks beautiful, and I can see that it looks beautiful, but it just won't connect. Come on, man. I'm afraid if I delete it, I'll be gone for good. Anyway, moving forward, shout out to everyone here. Sorry about that. I'm traveling, so I'm trying new things. He's to Vancouver, too. Funky Cole Milan. All right, so check it out. Anyway. Shout out to everyone here. 144 people watching. 89 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers, please? I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. We'll get the show pumping and together. That's not as bad, but it still doesn't look perfect, right? I can't even look at the stream either because of the streaming. Liver Force is with you. Chart Walker, thank you so much. Poof. Yeah, I just don't. I really don't get why this one won't. Now I'm obsessed. I get obsessed with things that don't work. I'm like, why are you not working for me? Oh, that thing's horrible. That'd be hilarious. This is the other webcam. It's the worst. It's the webcam on the camera. You know, just like that sits on your actual computer. So you think this one would kick in now and do the right thing, but it still won't. You know, I'll just make a new one. This is what I do now. Video capture it. You just add a new one, guys. If this ever happens to you, add a new one right away. There you go. And I knew it wasn't me, man. I'm telling you, it's just. And then what you could do, you can slide these sides off. We'll get this cleaned up. 1 second, life away. It had to be perfect, man. Sorry, guys, but I wasn't going to allow it to be ridiculous. Wasn't going to allow the stream to be wrong. Had to be right. And if I had to fight through the technical difficulties by myself, then I was going to do it alone. Okay, shout out to everyone here on the live. Oop. Come back here. No. There you go. All right, no more games. Slightly there. It could be better, but it's better than it was. Okay, shout out to everyone here on the live. All right. Let's reset that music, too. Let's get that music pumping back where it was before. Back to my favorite song, if I may. One of my favorite songs, or the song. This song is one of them, but it's not my favorite. All right. One more for the 100. Yeah, let's get the likes all the way up to 100, man. Let's get it pumping. Like, it's Saturday night. Bitcoin's pumping. We've given multiple trades throughout the day. We give multiple trades throughout the last few days. The last 2 weeks has been like the most insane trading ever. Just pump after pump. We're about to go through altcoin after altcoin. We're about to go through a bunch of awesome coins right now in the next half an hour to an hour. It's going to be a blast. Stay tuned. 102 likes, 152 people watching. Thank you, Lifer fam. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you, Love Learning. Appreciate you for all the love. What's the name of the current track? No idea. In the Air, something? This one's hot. Orbital, right? Vertigo, Frequency. They're all hot. Dunes is hot, you have to admit. Echoes is the hottest one. Enhancer may be my favorite. They're all hot. Footsteps, they're all hot. Exciter, Underground, that one's just like get you going. Dunes, again, they're a different form of it. String Theory, pretty hot. Slightly Off, that one's funny. Aerial. And then here it comes, this Morning Child, which really just changes your whole theory on. Just gets it moving, man. Thank you. It was a blast. Actually brought in some crypto polychain monsters, and he unpacked Rare One. I thought how to mint and showing an NFT now. That's insane, man. I love Bitcoin shirt. I love the Bitcoin shirt. Shout out to Fidel Escobar. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. This gets me going every single time and gets me back in the groove. Here we go. Here we go. All I need is this, and I'm right back in the zone. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Let's take a look at what I'm looking at right now. ADA, Cardano, baby. Cardano breaking above resistance at $1.40. Man, Cardano's about to do some big things. Could you see Cardano back at $2? Yes, you can. Let me show you what I'm talking about here for Cardano. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. What you reckon about the NFT? I just bought some baby George coin. Oh, no more babies, man, please. No more baby coins. No more baby coins. What's the price you suggest to re-enter BTC? I'm not sure right now. I'd have to take a look. Cardano doing its thing. Look, we gave you a trade for Cardano inside of a bigger falling wedge. I showed you it was in an inverted head and shoulder that should break it up out of the pattern, which it did. Once things break out of patterns, that's when you want to see them retest, which it did. Then it broke up again, did the cup with the handle, broke out of a cup and handle, did its thing. You see the cup and handle that I'm talking about? If you don't, let me show you. We trade cup and handles almost primarily here on the channel. It's a shape, and we find these shapes all the time and we trade them. It's a pattern that we love to trade here on the channel. Is Cardano going to hit $10 this year? Anything is possible. I mean, 10x, yeah, I think so. And the next big, yeah. I mean, $10 is pretty easy for Cardano. Look at this shoulder, head, and shoulder. Is it making a giant head and shoulder? Cardano. You can see right now it's getting rejected by the previous local high. If it can break above this high, it's going to explode. If you take a look at it, the 1 hour is pushing to the upside, and it's sitting inside a bit of a pennant. All eyes on the USDT pairs are all following what's up with BTC. Right? The health of Bitcoin is really going to tell you what's happening to the rest of these coins. All right? We had two charts out here. Hold on one second. I want to combine these again next to each other so we can go back and forth pretty fast. So here's Cardano. Let's go back to Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at what's happening. Here's a call right here for ACH, though. We're going to send this to the Patrons as well. If you're working, if you can't see the stream, you get a call sent right to you. Right? You can go over, you can figure out yourself if it's something you want to do. I hope all my Patrons are recharting every chart that I send out in the Patreon, man. Don't just be taking blind calls. I want you to learn why you're taking the call. I want you to understand what's happening so you can put it together and you can figure out yourself. Possible double top here for Cardano. Let's see if we have bearish divergence. We have a little bit of bearish div, which is swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Possibly could play out. Means there could be possible bearish divergence on Bitcoin as well. Let's take a look back at Bitcoin. Yeah, so my sell of Bitcoin at 44,006 was pretty spot on. And look, I told you to watch the 7 minute. If we could stay inside the pattern, it would have been nice. We did not, right? Now we're getting rejected. Now it's suggesting this. A little more narrow of a wedge down to the downside. 7 minute is now oversold though. Do you extend this, which is the downtrend bull here, and say it's still in? It's still trying to stay inside. You cut off this falling, there's a bunch of different ideas you can make here for Bitcoin. For me, it is a little bearish at this point. Swing up to swing up, and that's flat. That is bearish divergence on the 7 minute. I think it's going to start testing previous lows here and trying to find its way. The 4 hour is also going to take over. It was only a matter of time till that 4 hour was, every day I kept saying, let's watch it, let's be careful. Because even though we kept getting a pump on the 1 hour, that 4 hour was entirely overbought. Was it not? And we kept getting these little pumps, but I mean, how long can that go on until Bitcoin needs to kind of slow down, right? So let's take a look at our support and resistance for Bitcoin on the 4 hour time frame. That wick is a good sign. Big wick right there too. All the way right to support, which is beautiful. Previous resistance, bounce off support on the 4 hour, which is very nice. We could bounce off that one more time. It looks like it's strong, right? It could definitely act as another support, as a strong support region for sure. Okay. Now, overbought on the 4 hour. Whenever I see that, I go to BTC down now. Let's take a look at BTC on the 1 hour before I say that. It had juice, but I mean, could this be a turning point? It came up, came down. Does it not go to the top now? Is this one of these like halfway points. Like it hit the top and drop. Like one of these. See this? Never makes it back up. And it came after divergence, which, you know, these look a lot alike. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And I remember selling that day. I remember when I sold Bitcoin on that divergence that day. Beautiful trade. And so there's your divergence. What I'm talking about is the swing up to swing up. But this swings down here on the RSI. Let me show you. Let me boost up the RSI a little bit and make it a little cleaner. That's all they're going to give me there? That's no good. Let me boost it down. There you go. As you can see, swing up to swing up, swing down. That's divergence, right? And you see it happening here again. And this is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. This is a falling wedge. Okay? It does have momentum, though. It's playing games. There's definitely some indecisiveness here for BTC, but that's why you take your profits where you're supposed to take them. Right? I sold the top of Bitcoin earlier today, live on the, like right before the stream. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the profit. And good thing I did. It's a good thing I did. Okay? This is crazy how this stuff plays out. This is an inverted head and shoulder. It was a slanted. We call them drunken or slanted inverted head and shoulders. And Bitcoin broke out of that for sure to the upside. See that? Bam. That was a rising wedge that broke to the upside, and that usually brings parabolicness. So even if we do come back down out of this one, we still broke out of this one, guys. You see what I'm saying? We kind of technically still broke out of this rising wedge, and that's a big deal for me. When I see that on a 1 hour time frame, that's a pretty big deal. So let's double click that RSI stochastics. Stochastics are bearish, right? They're about to get a bearish cross as well. So what do I see happening for Bitcoin? Well, I think it's going to drop out of this pattern. I mean, I don't think. This is what the bearish divergence is telling us. You get swing up to swing up again, and then this swings to the downside. And when you see that, it tells you that, you know, or if it's even flat, that we should get a drop down now. All right? On, you know, 1 hour time frame looks like it's cooked. The 4 hour is going to start coming down on you, and the dailies hasn't, you know, is going to be eventually too high, and I think it's going to turn on us too as well and come to the downside. So where does Bitcoin go? To support at 42,600. So it would be only smart to maybe short the daily right now. In my humble, I know it's crazy, but I would short the daily. You would open the daily right here. Put a stop loss right around 2.5% and short the daily back to support. Only 3%. It's 2% to make 3. I don't really like that trade. Let me see if there's something better on the 4 hour that makes more sense to me. And it's bold. Yes, you're shorting Bitcoin now, but it's like it's been like on a 4-day binge, right? It's like putting the trash can out in front of your buddy who's been drinking for 3 days. Like he's gonna hurl, right? So you know, like Bitcoin's gonna drop at one point. Tweezer tops too. Are those tweezer tops? Yeah, they are. When you have two wicks together, that's a sign to short. So look, gain 1.5. I just like the short's not that great unless it gets extended all the way down here to 6%. All right. So sad to say, I think it's over, I don't think the chart conveys that Bitcoin's going to kind of drop right now and come to the downside. I think I closed out my trade. I told my patrons that I closed them out. I think it would be time to close the trades out a little bit. USDT, if Bitcoin falls, it's going to take a lot of USDT pairs down with it. All right. And you want to take a look at total too, which is the entire market cap of all the cryptocurrencies, all the altcoins. And look, they hit a really, really high point too as well. Let's take a look at like daily support and resistance. And they almost got to this place, but they basically hit, look, right where those candles closed, which was definitely a resistance point right around here too, there. And boop, right? 994. We almost hit $1 trillion. Like the altcoins are about to hit $1 trillion market cap. I mean, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. They got rejected on their way up. They're going to come retest. That's just what happens. Either this wick here or these candle close area here. So look for the altcoin, look for the market cap to drop. I mean, the daily's high. We had a huge run. What you want now is either sideways or slower action while the daily resets. But it's telling you, man, you had a run and a half, right? I think it's time for it to slow down, and we don't know. So we do what we always do. We draw our flag, and we hope the best case scenario that we flag out here on total 2. But it tells you where there's some sideways action for the altcoins, for everything, right? So as juicy as everything looks, it's time to hone in. For me personally, it's time when I hone in. You know, we've been on a really good run for the last, a really good run. Like, everyone should have made a good amount and a nice killing. Now I'm telling you when it's time to to see the market for what it is. Realize a pullback's coming. You're going to get a Saturday with lack of volume, right, in the States. It's going to be in the middle of, the summertime. Remember that. There's a lot of things going on. Okay. So just kind of building the story up for you guys. Let's take a look at ETH, because that's also going to show you what's up. And then, do I short Bitcoin tonight? That's the question. And I'm going to let you guys know that if you stay through the end of the show, I'm going to show you if I have a short open or if I'm about to open a short and why. That's something that may be juicy for you guys to figure out. Shout out to my Bitcoin shirt. Love wearing this shirt out. It's getting old though. 4-year-old shirt. Bitcoin shirt. Always rock the Crypto Lifer hoodie when I hit the streets. Big logos. Big logos on the back. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, guys, and that is your time. As we move forward through the show, BTC down. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at BTC down in a second. I think it's going to be the trade in a second, honestly. Let's take a look at... I might actually have to look at it right now. Right as the ETH hit 3,000, though. Beautiful for ETH. Yeah, don't look at it on the daily. Pointless to do that. So look at this thing. I mean, it's in a falling wedge, 68% chance to break to the upside. Right? The 1 hour is pushing to the upside, getting a push up. RSI is extremely low, right? BTC down looks like the play, right? It's in a cup and handle. And the handle is extremely extended, right? Look at that. You can see this thing break back up to the upside. How much, the measured move is basically back to up here. To right here again. Not a lot of resistance on the way there. I mean, little bits and pieces. I mean, there's some fat gains. High risk, high reward. Not a lot, nothing to really... It's the lowest it's ever been. There's really no place to stop this thing. Right? So, you could easily get stopped out of this. A lot of times I play these with just and there's also bullish divergence, I'm going to play this for you guys. I'm going to show you how we play it, though. I'm going to jump in, but I'm going to jump in with smaller amounts than normal. I'm going to build a position, 500, 500, 500. I'm going to build 4 or 5 $500 positions until I get up to 25, and then maybe I'll double that for 5K. Right now, we're just going to go slow. So we'll go for 750 right now, off the bat. All right, I said 500, 750. It can't be that little. So let's take a look at BTC down, which is a 3x leverage trade on Bitcoin going to the downside. I mean, it's just likely, right? We traded Bitcoin up all day long. There's BTC down now, right? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. All right, BTC down. And I'm still in a Kava trade that's hanging on by its pants. Got 3,500 in Kava, just been in since the 7th. Yes, this morning, since this morning. Been in since this morning, you're just riding it out. But if BTC, we'll take a look at Kava. I may have to exit that trade because it may go against my idea that I'm going against right now. Entry 4444, right? So limit in for 750, and I'm going to build a position slowly here and BTC down. All right. Look, we're going to look at Rose. Some of these call out Theta, Ontology, NEM, CHR, Rose. Rose, they're trying to push Rose and Mithril. We'll take a look at that. All right. And Bitcoin just may go sideways as well, which means you won't even lose anything. If you take a down trade and Bitcoin goes sideways, you won't lose either. It just kind of goes sideways. What happened to Frankenstein token? It's priced at 0.6. It was in the tens of dollars and higher only a few months ago. Oh, that thing tanked to zero, man. High risk, high reward, that stuff, man. Be very careful. Yeah, I lost like probably $1,000 on that thing. No rug pull. Like, I'm still in it, actually, just doing my thing, but it is what it is. So I entered BTC down. I'm going to slowly get back into that trade. Looks like the highly probable trade right now. You know, again, most people are pumping and most people are buying into Bitcoin now. A rookie trader is jumping into Bitcoin, not jumping out of Bitcoin. So you have to remember, you want to trade against the grain. 100% against the grain at all times, right? At all times. Let's take a look at what they're saying here about Mithril, MITH. This thing's actually looking really good on the 1 hour. Look at that. They weren't lying. They weren't lying. I mean, if the 1 hour is low, I'm taking it. I don't really care, like, you know, about the other circumstances. About, like, 1 hour is low on this trade. It's in a cup and handle. Look, we already hit a target there, too. Mithril, 28% gains on that trade. We didn't even write that one down. Just the one that just kind of got lost in the wayside. We make so many calls, like, sometimes you just can't take credit for them all, man. You know, it is what it is. So Mithril, man, this thing could do some serious business. Starting to form trend, hitting the 21-day moving average, curving up to the upside. That's what I like to see. Falling volume, falling price, reversal coming to the upside. Let's take a look at our target. I mean, I could bring it all the way down to there. Really makes sense to me because that's just how it works. I know you don't believe me, but that's just how it works. It is a USDT pair. We need Bitcoin to go sideways, not down. We need Bitcoin to go sideways. If Bitcoin can go sideways, this would be the call for the day. Mithril to the upside. And you see, I literally did just take a signal, which I don't always do. You know, I've done it like 10 or 12 times in my life. But if the signal works, man, and if it looks right to me, I don't really care where I got that information. It's where does my checklist play out, right? Does my risk reward ratio make sense? If I put 2K in here and I risk 10%, I could lose $200, right? So I could go in for Mithril for 2,500, right? So I take the trade, right? The trade looks good to me. The 1 hour is low to me. I take the trade. Now, before I get into the trade, let's look at the 30-minute and the 15-minute. I make sure they're resetting and getting low, and they are. When all three of those are good for me, I'm in the trade, baby. It is what it is, right? Highly likely it's going to play out in my favor, and I do it over and over again. So we'll take this trade, Mithril. I don't trade this much either. I think I've traded it a few times in my entire life. And I'm not going to be greedy. I had such a good week. 3,500 on the trade. Put a bin. Stop loss is going to be about, let's take a look at the trade. Everything is done by the chart. 7% stop loss, but I could even go all the way to this low if I have to. How bad is that? That's a 10.2. So I could do a 10% stop loss for 26. It's not that bad. It's got to be 7 or it doesn't work at that wick. We could drop and this thing could wick me out. Very, very probable. So let's take a look here. 7.5% stop loss just on my intuition. All right. And what do we want to gain out of this? Well, let's look at previous support and resistance lines to see where I should be getting in and out of this trade. And that's what I'm going to be doing. See, I don't use any of my own ideas. It all comes from the chart. So what I do is I look at the 1 hour. I see we had some issues right there. Bam. Right around there. Look, rejection, 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 break above, rejection. Bit of a rejection. A little action in here. I kind of covered that. Okay. And then, wow, I mean, this thing could gap up, it's saying, to like right around here. Let me keep looking left to see if I have any other stuff popping around. Okay, we got something right there, and we got something right there. Okay, and there you go. Now we're going to take that information from the past and use it in the future. It's going to tell us where we should be getting in and out of this trade. And now you know me, I like to just guarantee a bigger trade and then just nail a smaller move. I guarantee the win. So 14% gains, you know, and then we might have an issue at the previous high at 9.55. We might get just above it at 12, 13. So I take my take profit at about 13%. Even 12.5. How's that? And I create the trade. Now it is a little counterintuitive, but all coins can go against Bitcoin. Bitcoin could even go down and all coin could pump to the upside, depending. Loving the movement of as of late. Let's go. Left LA today, headed to Santa Cruz tomorrow. Yo, that's so dope, man. How's the driving, man? That's got to be fun, man. Thank you for the pictures, sending us pictures of the Grand Canyon. All the lifers love that. That was so super dope. Super, super dope, man. Thank you very much. Why isn't this letting me make a trade? What's going on? Oh, let's see. Something's over here. Hold on. Oh, yeah. This has to be negative 7.5. You see that? That's why it wouldn't let me make the trade. We'll give them the bid. We'll hit them for 3,500 and we'll go into Mithril. Okay. If it plays out by my TA, I'm going to take the call. Right? And I like where we're at right now. Near the bottom of the pattern, touching the 21-day moving average. This thing could wiggle its way out and then boom to the upside. It's looking pretty good on the 15-minute. It's looking pretty good on the 30-minute. It's looking good on all time frames, really. Highly likely this will play up to the upside. That's what it's looking like to me. Sam, you sold all your BTC or just what you were trading? No, just what I was trading. I don't sell Bitcoin like that. I dollar cost average. REAP USDT missed the 2-day pump, but possible bull flag and maybe a start of a cup and handle. REAP USDT. Let's take a look at REAP USDT. Thank you to Crypto Dingo for the $4.99. Much respect to you on KuCoin. Ooh, this thing is flagging out right now very nicely. This thing could be hot to trot as we speak. That's a flag for sure on the 5-minute. REAP and you show so, right? Yeah, some could do that. My instinct just said, no. Just go to the top of the pattern. Especially the 15-minute. Thank you for bringing Reef to our eyes, my friend. Thank you very much. Crypto Dingo for the $99 super chat, man. You guys laced it up. Thank you very, very much for the amazing night. Appreciate you guys more than you would ever know. So 6.5% gains for Reef if we just get a quick move. Let's see what we can see on the 1 hour. Is there anything bigger coming? Wow, I mean, there could be something bigger coming. I mean, this tells me this is the target here now on the 1 hour. This looks kind of SEXY, baby, because I have to. Let's take a look, all right? Now, I know you like that. And anyone caught that? Did you catch it? 183 people watching, just one click to match the likes. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. I haven't said anything about the likes. I haven't even know. 183 people watching, 183 likes. Are you out of your mind? You guys are the best. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. 183 people watching on a Saturday night. Pumping to the upside. REAP USDT looking very nice. 9.48% gains coming out of this one. This is the channel people come for gains. People come here to learn how to make cake. You know, there's probably a bunch of people that made tons of money, never joined the Patreon. There's some people who join the Patreon. There's people that want to be a part of the family, people that don't. It all depends, man. You know, giving back is the best thing that you can do. It was nice yesterday in Venice. Today was definitely, it was rainy and nasty, right? I had a beautiful day at State Beach, man. Just chilled where you can park the car right next to it. I used my phone and I made a trade on the beach for the first time in my life. I made a trade on the beach because I never had a hotspot before. I never felt comfortable. I don't trade on my phone. So I was able to bring my laptop to the beach. I hotspotted in. I saw that Bitcoin was in a pennant at the bottom of the pennant with the stochastics low in the 1 hour. And I said, I'm in, dude. And then I sold when I went to Nomads. And I sat there and I closed. You know, I was like, dude, this is or when I got home. I went to Nomads. Trades look good. When I got home, they went even better. And then I closed them out. But I was looking at them, man. Crazy. I went to Nomads. I was thinking of you, dude. I bought this hat. Thinking of you, man. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you guys more than you would ever know. We'll take a look at Hex. Crypto to the moon. Yes, you are. You're the best lifer. Shout out to Madden fan. Shout out to everyone here on the live, man. So Reap does look pretty nice right now, I admit. I like this trade. This trade looks highly likely to play up to the upside. The only thing is you have no real protection. It's a lot riskier because it's a new coin. Not much to go on. It keeps going up to the upside, though. Like, it looks like people just want to keep getting into this thing. Someone seems to be pushing this idea. You know what? I would take a gander at this coin, man. 9% gains. Looks like you could catch a tail end of a whip. I'll throw it out to the lifers if they want to take it in. It's a little more high risk than of my other trades, but you know, higher risk trade to the lifers. Oop, I don't want to give away everything here. Trades coming in from all my analysts here. Got my typing face. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Let's get back into the chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Let me interact with that chat, baby. Chat is pumping tonight. Let's get it on screen, baby. And so on and so forth and upwards. She gone, baby. She gone. I look at the stochastics as a tag team wrestlers. If the 15 does enough damage and can reach the hourly, it tags the hourly over. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I got you. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, I got you. It's like a tag team. I like that. I like how you said that. Lifer, how about next week you summon one of your generals to interact with you in the stream? That's cool. Maybe Jesse B. Yeah, no, it's just been crazy. I've been moving around. 44.9 is the 200 MA. There you go. Thoughts on Doge is struggling with. It could be, yeah, Labradorite, Abundance, Spooky Life, Lifer Ghost. Shout out to everyone. Awesome. Clapping. Well done. Please check on Polax. Went up 72%, now down a little bit. Will it continue to pump? Your opinion. Thanks. Little Smitty. Patreon Lifer fam is 24/7. Lifer testimonials. Thank you so much. Join the Patreon. Yeah, guys, join the Patreon. You won't be appreciated. How about Lattice? We'll take a look at Lattice token for sure. Lattice, man, my old baby. How's Lattice doing? Let's take a look at Polax. Let's take a look at Lattice. Reap about to pump, man. I'm telling you, Reap. I think Reap's about to pump. It is. It just pumped. It's making its way. It's at 12 cents. Look for Reap to get all the way back up to about 13 cents and more. I see this going up to about 13.5 cents and maybe more. You never know. This thing could just keep cooking. You might catch yourself on a wild ride with Reap. Too bad you didn't get in when the moving averages were super tight like here, and then you start scaling out when they get wide, though. This is your chance to then they start. If there's more of a pump, I think it's towards the end of the pump for sure. But you never know. Anything is possible. Thank you for bringing that to our radar, Reap. Let's take a look at Polax. What's Polax doing on the 1 hour? It needs to come back down. You know, you see some strong, a little bit of bearish divergence on the 15-minute. I bet we have some bearish divvy. Yes, we do. We had swing up to swing up on these highs. And if we go to the oscillator, we do not see the same thing. It swings to the downside. And that just, you also see a falling wedge that broke to the downside. Do we not, right? So, know your oscillators, know your patterns, know what's going on. This is a 68% chance that this will break to the downside. Yes, it did. Now, what do you say? You say, okay, what's going on? Now, is there a possible a shoulder, head and a shoulder now? Are we getting really bearish for Polax? You never know. I'm just building a possible story here, and do we come back down and test previous support, which would be the measured move of this head and shoulder pattern? Anything is possible. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it would be nice if it came down and tested this high. That would be beautiful support. Let you know that, bam, you're ready to rock for your next move to the upside. All right, you also had a nice pump to the upside. You want to pull a Fibonacci on that and see where you're probably like to come back down. If you get a 618 at that exact place where we have to retest, which is you get a 618.65 kind of right in this area. We already did retest to the 618, which is pretty nice actually, and pumped off that. So now you can say, okay, falling wedge and a pump to the upside. I gotcha. So now what? Now what do you do? I've confused that with 10 things. What do you say? Well, the idea is what's up with the 4 hour? Does the 4 hour want to cook? Or does it want to crack? It wants to crack to the downside. Highly likely that we will get that breakdown, right? Highly likely we will get that break to the downside here and continue down a little bit more, 1 hour also pointing down. And we're high on the RSI. Wants to point up. And MACD also looking for a bit of a turn here. Getting extended. Rising price with rising volume tells you you're going to get a fall too. And you're starting that fall. So yeah, I think Polax might have to bounce off of 0.0005 before it can continue to the upside. Just my idea. This is polyastic. All right. Thank you for the super chat, Little Smitty. Appreciate you more than you would ever know. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you for the super chat, Crypto Dingo, Reap, USDT. Appreciate you guys. Guys, super chats came in hard at the beginning of the live stream. We had a $50 super chat from Greg. We had a $99 super chat from Crypto Dingo. $50 super chat from Mr. Smurfington. I see you all, man. I see you all. Thank you guys so much for the love and appreciation. Thank you very, very much. Bobby Wifter, any word on Pulse? You guys look at the 200-day MA. I want it. LC, follow BTC. Can you look at BTC? Alts, not alts. Yeah. Are you guys not sure of his talk? And how are you guys so sure of all this talk and nothing BTC? Oh, man, not one of these people. Appreciate you, man. I don't know, man. Do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Why is this the 618 always? It just always is. It just is what it is. I can't believe it. Lifer, BTC. We went over Bitcoin for the last 2 hours. We talked about it over and over again. Like, go to the beginning of the show. Like, we spend like an hour on Bitcoin. I spend so much time on Bitcoin, especially on the weekends. And I do dabble looking back at it throughout the rest of the day. You know? Throughout the show, too, as well. So it's kind of nice. I mean, it defended with a wick very nicely. It tried to break 44K, and it said, no. It could, you know what? And this is what you want to see. Now you form this. This is our new idea. And this is very possible. Is Bitcoin just going to make a new flag? Right? Is Bitcoin going to make a new flag? Okay. Let's take a look at Lattice token, my friend, from Bobby Fam. Shout out to Bobby Fam. Back to 60K by next week. Hey, you never know. Anything is possible. Okay, let's take a look at Lattice, LTX, on USDT, on KuCoin. The KuCoin is the place to be. If you don't have a KuCoin account, you're missing out on some serious gains. So we hit 27% on Lattice. Congrats. All right. LTX. I don't think I added it to the win list. I think I meant to, and I don't think I ever did. Let me just add it to the win list just so I have it. 27. And I talked about, remember, we built this up. We talked about it together when it was breaking out of this inverted head and shoulder. We brought this up from a buck, 96 cents. Then when it came back to 89, remember, it dropped down 63.70. We just went over this so many times. I like what I see for Lattice right now, too. I'm excited to get into Lattice right now. I see something very interesting. So BTC down. I'm down like a buck, not doing anything. I'm down $32 already in Mithril. We'll see what happens with Mithril. The BTC down, I may just close. I think we have some indecision for Bitcoin. I'll let you guys know what's going on. I didn't put a lot into it because I didn't have a lot of faith in it. I like to just watch what Bitcoin's going to do, honestly. So Lattice token, I delete all my old work. And I want to see what's going on with Lattice, all right? Let's take a look. StormX booming. Oh, man, we missed it, did we? I wish we had known about it beforehand. Thank you so much. Damn, Bobby. I wish we got StormX. I like StormX, too. Good project. I've been trading it on and off last year. So shoulder, head, and shoulder. Needs to break to the upside. That's all obviously happening. Lattice looks nice right now. A nice cup and handle again for Lattice. So do we do round 2 with Lattice yet again? Right? And I believe a lot of micro caps will pump, especially after Bitcoin lets go. So you want to look at a smaller time frame, 30-minute, 15-minute. They're getting extended. I don't get in when the 15-minute this high. So what I do is 30-minute really, 15-minute even. Either one. I found they both kind of work not too shabby from each other, but 30-minute even stronger. Add an alert here. When this hits, I'm going to get into Lattice token because then I know it's going to probably bounce here off of one more previous support and resistance line. And then let's make our support and resistance lines for Lattice. Okay. You see where you're going to have an issue here with, a little bit of price action and where you should be taking profits depending, if you're in a scalp or, how you want to play the trade. So this is what we think this is what I'm looking at for lattice, not what we think, but what the chart conveys, that we're going to come down one more time to this support region here. I would open it at 126. If we get lucky, we hope it does. And then boom, 27% gains for lattice token, right? And then you just keep your stop loss at this previous low, which is like, all you can really do, which is about a 4% stop loss below that low right there. I like it because that's a deep low that we have already kind of broken from, came back and retested areas where we've already kind of moved from. If we double bottom, it's possible you could get stopped out of this, right? There's no saying that you're going to just eventually win every single trade. I'd wait, but again, you don't get into this trade, you're waiting for this to come to the downside. And you're putting an alert, alert. Alert here. And you're buying, and that's the buy zone. I circle it and I write buy zone, If all goes well, this is my projection. Now, it may not go this way, right? Bitcoin could dump and this whole market you could see this thing just collapse and you get stopped out, right? This is the high risk trading, right? You're trading altcoins, one of the riskiest trading things of the, But if you can start to get good at what we're doing and position yourselves in the same place over and over again, yeah, so you get stopped out. And like I showed you, who cares? You get stopped out 5 out of 10 times, you're going to make a killing in this market. You get stopped out 7 out of 10 times, you're still going to make a killing. You have to make 3 out of 10 of your trades. And honestly, I'm going to make sure you make way more than that if you stick with me, if you watch the education that I'm putting down and you do the discipline, you do the hard work. Nothing comes easy. I'm not selling you the Brooklyn Bridge. You have to do the work. You will make this happen in your own life. Shout out to Jake and Casper too. Can you take a look at Merrill? CRV looks like its hourly uptrend. Happy 15th birthday to my youngest son, Keenan. We had a blast today. Shout out to Keenan, man. Appreciate you, brother. Be good to your mommy. She's been through a lot. Shout out to Shannon. Thank you for everything you bring to the team, and thank you for everything. Google Part 1. Why does Fibonacci retracement work? In waves 1 of buying seller pressure, all crypto price action is rooted. Global greed and global uncertainty are driving these waves of price action. Shout out to Love Learning. Google Part 1. Why does Fibonacci retracement work? In the waves of buying and selling pressure, all crypto price action is rooted. Global greed and global uncertainty are driving these waves of price action. Let's take a look at Merrill and CRV. We'll take a look at those again. Thank you so much for coming into the channel. Lettuce. Yeah, isn't that funny? Lattice is like lettuce. These exchanges don't lose. They know what they are doing. What up, brother? How have you been, homie? Shout out to Snoop-a-Loop. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Great point. Crypto Lifer always gets it right. He got every buy signal right. How do you do it? I don't know how I did it. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Like I think it was the Labradite. Honestly, it's been insane. It's been insane. I think it's from intensity and consistency, just doing the same thing over and over again. And honestly, don't jinx me, man. Anything could happen. Watch me just wreck myself in the whole night. Just everything just collapse. I'll get hit with a tsunami tomorrow and just everything will be over. Can you move to the text? Can you unmove the text window, please? Yeah, I'm just doing something right now, all right, man? Relax. Relax. All right? I'm making a call here, all right? Easy. Take it easy over here. Take it easy, huh? Relax over there. Down in front, Charlie. Watch your fingers. All right, check it out. Oh no, why did they do that? No. See, this is the problem recently. This is taking too long. Look, I hit copy up here. They changed their thing, and today they updated this and it does something different now. And it seems to be latent. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Let's take a look at what you're talking about here. Love Learning. Google. Eventually, all the waves of buying and sell pressure give way to Fibonacci retracements. Price of such exhaustion. Fibonacci numbers are strongly related to the golden ratio. $20 super chat, $10 super chat, $4.99 super chat, $5 super chat, $5 super chat, another $5 super chat after the 50s and the 100s. You guys are, absolute insanity on a Saturday night. Absolute insanity. You guys are insane. So annoying. I can't believe I missed this pump again. Dude, how could you miss another pump? Relax, young grasshopper. I know, right? How could you miss another pump? Oh, what happened? I hate when that happens right in the peak. Right in the peak. I swear they do it right when I'm in the zone. Shout out to Love Learning. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's take a look at MRI and CRV. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. 38 more likes to match the watchers, and we hit it. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for the reap idea there, too. That was a pretty interesting call. Okay. Then I'm going to whip something up for you guys. I'm going to take a look at a bunch of different things for you. I'm going to find a trade for Saturday night for that lonely person out there that's looking for a trade. Needs to cuddle up close to a trade. You know, they wish they had that fire, but they don't. They wish they had like a log fire, but they don't. They're just kind of in an apartment somewhere in some city, and they just want a trade to kind of cozy up to. You know, they may have just gotten out of a relationship, and they need something to get their mind off of it. You know, sometimes getting into a trade and watching a trade for a couple days, get your mind off of everything else, right? Especially if it goes well, then you get yourself a nice little cup of coffee at the end of that trade, or maybe a little tea, maybe a caramel macchiato at Starbucks because you feel special, and then, you know, your life goes so well after that. Wow, it's like he's speaking to me. Yes, please. I am so unlucky lately, Lifer. All right, guys, I got you. All right, I got you, man. I'm gonna hook you up with a trade tonight, man. You know, I love the no, you never know. I don't want to say anything. I love the conversation, the golden ratio, everything beautiful in nature connected. The golden ratio. Just look at the crown of a baby's head, and their hair grows in the center of a sunflower. I know, man. My baby has such a beautiful little crown. ACH moving with the stream. Let's take a look at ACH. Is it still moving with the stream? I said it was a buy. I did like it, and I put it out there. Let's look at the Coinbase complimentary. He's getting a little bit of a pump here. Nothing crazy. A little bit of a pump off the move, though. Starting to make a move. I mean, that's how it begins, right? And honestly, look at this. I mean, I didn't bring this up either. Please forgive me for not being precise. But look at swing down to swing down here. That is divergence, man. That is bullish divergence. We have a swing up and swing up here on the RSI, but a swing down here on price tells us that what? The trend will continue to the upside. We should see a nice move. Bobby Woofer. Can we look at Tower and CG recalls the last few days? Can we look in on them? Yes, for sure. Let's take a look at Tower and CGG. CGG is going to be a long-term hold. You want to hold that for at least a couple days. ACH moving. Awesome. Let's take a look at Mirror and CRV. Then we're going to take a look at Tower and CGG. Guys, it's like old times again, man. I love it, man. I'm feeling the power, feeling the energy. Thank you guys so much for being here on the live stream. Appreciate you guys. We're going to take a look at MIR, the USDT pair on the 30-minute. This look is looking close to entry. Thank you so much. My lifers, man. I swear, everyone watches the live stream. They get keen to what I'm doing. And then you guys start giving me my own ideas back on me. And we become such a strong group of people. Look at this beautiful pennant on MIR USDT. This on Binance looking pretty nice. But it's that half a cup of handle thing going on too as well, which is very, very interesting. Half a cup of handle. Can I have some more water, my love? And this thing could pump up to the upside. Let's take a look at what I see here. 1013. I mean, look, rejection right here. That would be a support and resistance flip. SR, so rejection. What is an SR flip? It's when you get rejection, multiple rejections, and you flip that rejection into support. Let me show you where it happened numerous times beforehand so you can understand what we're talking about here. Here's one right there. I got two cool examples for you. Don't worry, we got you. And this is why you're losing your trades, because you're not putting in the work. I'm sorry to say, guys. You got to put in the work every single time. You got to sit here and play with the charts. You got to get TradingView. You got to spend the money to get the Pro one. $20 a month. You got to get serious and you got to make it real. Links to all that are in the description of my video. And, you know, there was a time where I didn't want to take it real and I played games and I didn't get the results. I get the results now because I put in the work, and you will get the results if you put in the work. So let me show you. Look, resistance. We broke up. We bounce. That would be an SR flip, and we're gone. You don't really see us touch that again. You see? And it happens again around here. Look. Resistance. A little bit of resistance even with a wick that flicks back down. And then where do we come? Bounce, support, and we're gone. All right? Now, normally it is a little longer, but hey. I mean, resistance, bounce, secondary bounce, Highly likely we could play this up to the upside. Let's take a look at where the 1 hour's sitting. 1 hour's extremely oversold. This thing looks like it could be getting busy. I like this call right here. I like what you're putting down for us here. Shana coming through. Shana. Shana. I think I said it right. Shana, yeah. So look at this. Yeah, I mean, I would even try to get a little lower, try to push it 2.89, 4.5%. Try to get my stop loss below this previous spot here. If I could get in there, that would be, yeah, I like this. I like this trade right here too. On the 1 hour. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. It should be high like everything else. Coming down though. Coming down. Could be a little more downside though. The 4 hour suggests, it could be rounding. I like the 1 hour. I like the 30-minute catching this fall. I do. It's a very interesting call though. You could get stopped out. It's a more risky night to trade. I will mind everybody of that. We've had a good few days. It's okay to take a night off if you have to, you know. Even though I know everyone's like, no, the pump continues. I think we see a pullback in the next couple of days, you know, and it might be a nice time, you know. That's why I got the short open just in case. Look, I'm already down 75 on that myth call. It didn't work out too well so far, right? High risk. And look, BTC down starting to go to the upside. Now, if Bitcoin down goes up, these trades might just cancel each other out. And I had more in this trade than the other one. So, you know, after such a good night, you might just, you know, take a break. Take a break. So, don't have to force trades if you don't, you know, you don't have to force a trade. This does look nice, I will say. It does look nice. That would be the call if I got into this. Am I going to make the call? I don't know. I'm not feeling 110% about it. CRV. I got to feel that feeling when I make the call. But it's close. It looks nice, and there's definitely signs of that breaking to the upside. Let's take a look at CRV as well. So look, previous support. Yeah, rejection. There's a cup and handle forming here too as well. There's your cup. There's your handle. Let's see if it hit the measured move of the cup and handle or not. And that's another thing, man. Are you DCAing into Bitcoin, everybody? Are you DCAing? Are you just grabbing a bit by bit? Did you take the advice of the lifer throughout the last few weeks when I just said just keep buying BTC little by little by little by little, as much as you can, whenever you get a chance? If that's the only thing you're doing, then that's the best thing you should be doing. Then you're doing the best thing that you can be doing. So look, we got rejected by this area. That's great. Came back down for a falling wedge. Kind of broke out of it. Broke back up again. You can almost say shoulder, head, and shoulder, forming a little bit of an interesting pattern here, to say the least. If I try to clean it up, look, it had some fake outs and some fake ins. Something like this is forming here. Down to the downside, it did hit previous resistance. Looks like this trade may play out, CRV. Again, just a sketcher of a night. More iffier of an up and down area here. What will Bitcoin be doing? Sideways action. We need sideways action for Bitcoin. We already just had a beautiful pump in a lot of the entire market. Stop loss would be right there. Very small stop losses. You know, I like when my stop losses are like 5-7% and they're below previous highs. I guess you could go here to about right there, and this is still a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. But who's to say it's not just going to kind of drop down here and then just keep kind of falling a little bit too? It's at support and resistance. I like the trade, and it could break out. There's just something about it. My intuition isn't fully blown into it. I can't explain it, you know? But that's the TA. That's how I would play it if I had to play that thing. Shout out to Baby Fan. Thanks for the alpha call. Had 20% gain. Shout out to Bobby Fan for getting into alpha, man. Appreciate you, man. It felt good, didn't it? I sold a little early. Let's take a look at Tower and CGG. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Let me give you some screen time, my man, Bobby Fam. We're going to go fishing one day. Appreciate you, Bobby Fam, for the $20 super chat. Thank you for the alpha call. I made 20% gains. Appreciate you, man. Wake up to your power. Shout out to Crypto Greg, man. Saturday night moon party. I'm tired still. I'm out. Just started on Bitcoin today with $2. I'm still not confident on investing more. Hey, just start little by little, man. Bear me is your name, man. Damn, Godspeed. Someone told me about FEG token. I'm like, what the heck is that? FEG looks like a scam. What do you guys think? I don't think FEG's a scam. It's been around a long time. It's been around a long time. Not a long time, like 5 months. But, you know, They didn't leave early, you know, so it's not bad. The whales are after mirror silently, said Shanna. Yep. Of course, the only coin that's down I own, and while everyone else is up, I'm down big. You can't find my luck. Brozerx Bistro, man, get some tutoring, man. We'll help you. Ugh, take a break or drive into oncoming traffic. Oh, come on, man. Don't say that stuff, man. Jesus. What's your thoughts on Shiba Uno? I told you guys, no one cared. Feg token, man. I thought we were DCAing into Phantom. Why did you buy Feg? I literally own the only token that's down, I think. My friend told me it was the next big DEX. Did you research that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. I'm sorry. It's not right, guys. I'm not supposed to be laughing. This guy's like, that's not funny, but it's just the way, like, it's just, I feel you, man. I feel you. I think, you know what? Quant having a cup and handle, I think. We'll take a look at Quant. Yeah, you're right. You see whales buying Feg. You guys are crazy, man. Alice coiling up. Let's take a look at Alice. Jesse B. LOL, man. You guys got me, man. You got me tonight, man. I apologize. I don't mean to laugh at his shortcomings. It's not right. It's not right. But the idea is like, man, you got to get better education. And, you know, Bozerx, even the best coins have taken huge losses. It can come back. Do some digging. I like what James said, man. Yeah, he's right. Like, do some digging and don't, you know, I just feel like I don't win for some reason. I felt the same way for years, man. And it's your own, you know, you start, that's negative self-talk, bro. We got to get you out of that mentality. You got to start working out in the morning, you know? Let me ask you 3 questions. Are you drinking alcohol? Are you working out? And are you drinking a lot of water? I just want to ask you these 3 questions. You want to answer them? You can DM me later. We can get into it. I can be a life coach for you. We can figure out what's going on, man. But because it all starts with mentality. It really does, man. And I'm here for you. It did have big gains at one point, but it didn't. I get it, though. It's been hard to know when to take profits as noobs. Speaking as a noob that got wrecked on many coins. That's what, you know, you just got to take profits. You can't be greedy. Like today, I was up $500. I've been up thousands of dollars. I've made hundreds of grand, and I'm up $500. I'll take $500. I'm up $140. If I'm up $66, I'll take $60, man. Treat every dollar like it is your last. I have several that haven't pumped, but they're long-term, under the radar, with utility use. Yeah, she knows, she has conviction. Let's play a fishing trip with Jesse B and catch some whales. Negative self-talk. You'll get what you think. It's simple. Exactly what Crypto Greg just said. You will attract what your words are saying out of your mouth. I will attract abundance because I believe I can. I don't drink, but I do have bad depression, brother. So did I. I used to say the same thing. I used to say that same thing. Ask my wife. I got bad depression. I'm depressed, man. Now I wake up every day happy, and people are like, oh my God, how is that possible? You know what I'm saying? We can change your mentality. I know we can. Let's go. Jesse B wants to go on the fishing trip. He's in, man. Let's catch some whales. Okay, let's take a look at the other ideas here. Tower and C. I really wanted to look at Tower. Tower's got on my radar. I didn't know about Tower till yesterday. So I love brand new coins, man. Brave new coins. Look at the slip of the finger. Let's see what's up here. All right, Tower. What am I doing? What's going on here? Why is it doing this? All right. That was weird. Okay, cool coin for Tower. Let's take a look. Okay, so I thought to open a position. Oh, let me undo that. I thought to open a position there. It's slipping a little bit. It did not hit our stop that. It did not hit our stop loss though. It's actually bouncing off of previous support where we had an inverted head and shoulder kind of an area there too. Let's see. Did we hit that? And yeah, we hit it there. We hit it there. We hit it there. It could go a little lower, honestly, right to that stop. There's, you know, I'm not saying it can't. Extremely oversold here on the 1 hour though. Very interesting, right? It's telling you enough is enough. Now you got to look for the divergence, in my opinion. You know, and it kind of broke out and then broke back into the pattern. It definitely did that. It did a double, it did an M, and then the measured move of the M. How do you find the measured move of the M? Draw a neckline. Take the positional, you know, the height from one of the M's to the middle of the M, and then swing it to here. And look, that was the measured move of this M pattern. And that's why I don't play M's. When I see an M, you may want to get out of the trade, right? Now, once it came down here, I thought that was going to be the end of the M. It was not, apparently. It kind of went down a little more and hit this bottom trend line. Trend line is still holding very well as far as it wicking down to 00444. Pretty nice, right? So now what? Well, extremely oversold. Let's take a look at that 4 hour. Is that also in our favor and oversold? It's getting there. Yeah, it is. And the 1 hour wants to pop. Let's take a look at that 30 minute. 30 minute wants to make a move too. This thing looks pretty hot right now. If Bitcoin wasn't looming, and I would say trade's still open. We could shift it to a new trade. What I like about that idea is we have a little stronger support that's lower now, and we can play with that with about an 8% stop loss. And this thing could do some serious damage to the upside. Let's see where it could be going. $58 gains, all the way up to about 7 cents. It's only 0.45 cents, right? It's 4.5 cents. At 4.5 cents, yo. At 0.045, yo. So anything could happen to this thing on the 1 hour. Let's take a look. I mean, yeah, and the smaller time frames are in your favor. Now we want to see divergence. Show me divergence on the 15 minute. You show me divergence on the 15 minute, and I'll be like, okay, let's play ball, baby. Let's play ball. Well, there's a low. There's another low, right? One low to the low is a swing down. This swings to the upside. There is bullish divergence right there. That's telling you that's the bottom. 9 out of 10 times I've made a play on this, and it's gone to my upside. Now, if I make this play and I get stopped out, so what? I'm getting into the bottom of a pattern. Let me go through the checklist in my life here that I'm thinking about. So if I get stopped out, did I do my due diligence? Well, I found divergence here on the 15-minute time frame. We're extremely low in the stochastics on the 15-minute. We're extremely low on the 30-minute. Which is really, really like, I wait for that when I'm in the 1 hour trade. We're extremely low on the 1 hour and ready to pop to the upside. Okay. Is the RSI below 50 in a falling wedge a bullish pattern? Yeah, it's in a pattern that breaks out 68% of the time. It's down here. It didn't get all the way, but it didn't have to get all the way down there. It can kind of bounce. See, it's been doing that a lot. It's in the zone. It's actually making a little bit of a higher low there. I like where it is. Stochastics are good. I mean, if I got stopped out of this, oh well, I did everything I could to make it move, to make it work, right? Is the MACD in our favor as well? Yeah, MACD wants to turn. Do we have falling volume with falling price, which represents a reversal? Yeah, I mean, there's falling volume with falling price. The price should reverse to the upside. Lack of people starting to sell. There's going to be less selling, and eventually this thing is going to have to pop to the upside. This trade is still open. It was never closed by the lifers. We never got stopped out of it. I like this trade right here for Tower. Okay. Just high risk because of what Bitcoin's doing, but I like the trade right here for Tower for sure. Looking very, very healthy. Thank you for putting it on our radar again tonight. It is an open trade right now for the patrons, and we're going to add it again for any new patrons. Anyone wants to look at this call, I do like it on KuCoin. A higher probability of a break to the upside of any other coin in the game here. Tower USDT. KuCoin. One of my favorite exchanges to play on. I love KuCoin, and it is playing because this is a game, and you want to make sure you win the game every single time. No games when you're playing this game. This is not a game. Wait, you just said it was a game. No, it's not. This is not a game. This is real life. It's a game we play that's not a game. All right? You get it now? That's like, what do you say? This is not a game. Life is not a game. Remember your teachers telling you that, staring you in the face? Life is not a game, Sam. Yes, it is. The second I realized it was a game, that's when I actually started winning. Someone made this game up. It's a simulation. I think it's a simulation. I see the number 33 all the time, no matter where I go. Today I took a shower and I set a timer so I didn't miss the timer here. And I jumped out, and of course when I got to it, it was at 3:33 when I saw it, right? Yesterday, I was at the beach. I didn't have a clock around me. I always see a clock. I always see the number 33. And you would say, oh, you're making it up. I'm making it up. All right. So a guy walked by holding a pizza. I was leaving the beach, and I said, oh, you just joined the pizza. Thank God. I didn't know that Uber Eats came all the way out here. He's like, oh, yeah, but it's 33 minutes late, so you get it for free now. And I was like, oh, yeah, 33. And it was just, and I didn't even realize, and then my wife said, he said 33. And it's 30 minutes or less. Everyone knows it's 30. It's not 33 minutes, but he said 33. And it just like, why did he say 33? And then I looked at my wife, and I said, yo, that number will find me no matter where I am. Like, I'm making a joke with it. Why did I even joke with that guy? And then boom, the 33 came out of the joke. It's just interesting to me how it follows us around. Let's look at Chain Guardians, CGG. Let's take a look at Chain Guardians on KuCoin and see where we're at. You know, also similar thing here. Giant cup and handle. If you're like me, we've been in Chain Guardians since the very, very beginning, since the coin first really came out on Uniswap, before it even hit KuCoin. This thing's in a cup and handle, and it's ready to rock to the upside. The only thing is the 1 hour is really coming up again, and it's not in our favor. So look for this to consolidate a little while longer. Just not there yet. It's just not there yet. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Daily is ready to rock, though. Dang. So of all the other coins, this thing is actually way lower on the daily. So you could slowly dollar cost average into this while the daily is low. That would be your best bet. Slowly just start buying 500, 500, 500, 500 till you amass a leg of it. This may be my new obsession. I may move on from Phantom to Chain Guardians. I think NFT gaming is going to be hot. I really like this site. I also see something big happening here. Look at this. I see a shoulder. I see a giant head. And I see a right shoulder forming. That's going to be a giant head and shoulder pattern forming to the upside. This is highly likely to play out. This is a cup and handle with a giant target. Let's scale it up to the middle to the end here. Let's show you where I see Chain Guardians going, or where the chart conveys. Where the chart conveys where we're going to head. All right. What I see happening here is about 135. It's at 50 cents. This thing does go to $1.35. I think it can happen within a month. Yes. So, Chain Guardians. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours actually kind of in a bit of a flag on the stochastics. It's telling you it's indecision, but with a MACD, lack of bullish momentum, I'd like to see a push up. Let's take a look at that 1 hour. What's up with the 1 hour? It's kind of curving. It is getting momentum. Let's see what it's doing. Now I need to look for like local support and resistance, because I'm a little confused by the stochastics. And when that happens, I look for, that's why I keep using other things for confluence until I find my way. It's just like walking in the dark, you know, and you use a little bit of the moonlight. You see this, you see that. Yo, you remember the road was this way, and then you slowly begin, okay, this is where I got to go, right? We can't see it first. The market makers are trying to blind us, and so is the price action. We're going to have to sit with it for a second to kind of find out what's going on, right? It's counterintuitive to not give yourself the time and not give yourself your subconscious to build an intuitive guess on what's happening in the price. If you just jump into anything, then how are you ever going to figure anything out? That's why you need to study technical analysis and take the time, because then you're going to be able to have that intuition backed off the knowledge that you've gained. Otherwise, you have nothing, and you're just throwing darts at the wall, man, and that's not going to stick, and it's not going to make you happy, and eventually you're going to be like our man here who said his friend told him a DEX was the way to go, and apparently it wasn't, right? So, you know, that's just not what you want to do, right? That's not what you want to be doing. That's not going to give you the results that you're looking for, all right? I own 7 ETH, half of Bitcoin 300 Chainlink, and 18 LTC. You think I should sell it? No, I wouldn't sell any of that. I'd keep every penny that you have, Joe O. Hey, Ayo, up 110% this week, XYO. Yeah, that was a good one. Love learning. When you fall in so many things, it's hard to get back up. That's why Lifer is so great. He's a different breed. Broseeks, we're going to help you, man. I fell into every hole possible, and I still got back up. So if I can do it, you can do it. Now I command my subconscious to do whatever I need. I was obsessed with 33, and I realized it was my reticular pointing me to unlock it. Now I can command my subconscious to do whatever I need. I'm with you on that, and I'm very close to that idea. 33 is the symbol for big money, bro. Just 11 likes, matching the watchers, Lifer fam. Thank you very much, Love Learning, for staying on them. 3 is one of the most powerful numbers on the planet Earth. Shout out to Crypto Greg, man. Appreciate you, man. Such a spiritual, interesting group of people my crypto lifers are. I'm right at home with you guys every single night, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, man. Thank you guys so much. My parents don't understand it. My family doesn't. My friends don't understand it. No one really truly gets it. But you guys get me, and that's what all that matters, and I love you all each and every day. Thank you so much for getting it. Can you dig XYO? Sir, selling price, please. 38 USDT, please, sir. Tell me. Buy at 38, please, sir. Tell me. I don't know, man. You got to do whatever you want, Budokan. Badrutin Khan. That's funny. Smash up those likes. Shout out to David Coins. Shout out to Fred Stoner. Or Fred Storer. 111 is the 111 is the healing frequency. Oh, really? Thank you. Nice stream, dude. Shout out to everyone, man. Guys, thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you on this Saturday night as we get through this together here. So Chain Guardians, just pumped up from 49 to 50, is starting to make a bit of a move. Quite interesting, right? I say it gets rejected and comes back down one more time before it lifts off and makes a right shoulder here. It bounces off 50, but you know, I would dollar cost average into this. This and TLM are both in giant cup and handles. Alien Worlds and Chain Guardians, both kind of in the same similar gaming space. Gaming NFTs, you could see some serious damage with this type of stuff, man. So anything is possible, but I really like Chain Guardian here. And I'm not perfect on the entry right now. Like, I don't want to jump in on the entry. I'm wary of it at the moment. I'd like to see these come and reset, and then I would get back in. It did pump earlier today. I got the call to get in at 47. I did get an alert for Chain Guardians, and you know, so we did get an alert to get in at 47, at 47, and you would already be up almost 10% now, which is interesting, right? But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I can't pull the trigger on it right now. I'm in between on the exact entry. You know, overall entry is great. I mean, if you want to buy anywhere between 45 and 52, yeah, I mean, that's the buy zone. I'll give you an overall idea, right? Above previous support and resistance, and then let it fly. So here's the deal. Like, let me be a little more open-minded. And honestly, I was more open in the bull market. I become a little more, not laissez-faire, but it's more like buy in this zone, stop loss before these regions, because it's more like, you know, but I've had to be really, really precise for the last few weeks. Like, everything had to be spot on. Like, the stop loss had to be in the right spot. The entries had to be, you had to hit the entries at the exact moment if you could, or, you know, close to it. And that's why I've been using the alert on the 30-minute and getting in on the 1 hour and using the 1 hour to trade. And that's been planning out really well. That system really is what I've been doing for the last few weeks. It's just been killing it. Over and over again, rinse and repeat type of system. You can see with the gains that we keep positioning, putting you guys in and positioning the Patreons in every single day. It's been a beautiful thing. I've been really happy to see the results in the group. And now I see the group have really accelerated too. This upswing got everyone really excited, got people really into the charts. You know, bear markets don't get people that enthusiastic. And as a teacher, anyone who's a teacher knows you need to get your students enthused. They need to get happy. They need to be there needs to be an energy in the room for them to want to learn more. And the more energy, the more they're really into things, the more they're going to learn. The last few weeks, man, you guys have been going amazing. Look at the 99 room. Like, when I just dabble in there, look, there's just a chart every few people. There's no memes. It's charting. It's talking. It's back and forth. It's constant in and out. Like Adam and Eve double bottoms, Jeju Doge. Like, people saying, is it done yet? This could possibly keep going on. You know, that's right. He's right on that. You know, people just going over a bunch of stuff here. You know, live stream. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I want to get that. I'm saving that. That's a cool live stream picture. I'm saving that. All right. So Chain Guardians. You know, I'd look for a really small time frame, like the 5 minute, and I'm looking for a flag of something. It just, you know, it also lacks liquidity too, so you have to watch out. You can get stopped out of these things fast. I would DCA into this, honestly. DCA into it. There's a cup and handle forming on the 5 minute though, for sure. And it could pop out of that as well. I would dollar cost average into this. That's what I would do. 500 here, 200, depending on your budget. Whatever you got, figure out what you can put in it. Hey, I want to put $5 in this. Then give it, you know, me and Fred's store are the BRC Crypto Brothers. Big fans. Shout out to the BRC Crypto Brothers, man. Yo, I love y'all, man. I know y'all. The BRC Crypto Brothers. Can I Google y'all? Let me see. I know the Crypto Bros. Are you the Crypto Bros? Yeah, I don't know. If you guys who I think you are, the guys who made the McAfee video, if you're them, y'all, that would be crazy. And if you're not someone else, even then, still cool. I don't want to downplay who y'all are just because you're not someone who I think you are. That would be rude. The B Network. Is this Connor? Christian? The BRC Crypto Brothers. Oh, I saw you guys earlier on the stream too. Is this you guys? The B Network? Pi Network? I don't know, man. I don't know why the B's coming up here. BR Crypto Brothers. Breaking news. Crypto Brothers right here, right? Is this you guys right here? Shout out to y'all, man. 34 subscribers getting in the game. Appreciate you, man. Is this you? If this is you guys, I appreciate you, man. You got to start somewhere. I started. Everyone starts somewhere. Keep it going. I think this might be y'all. If it is, I'm spotlighting y'all. Thank you so much for coming on to the live stream. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Let's take a look. Hey, bag, no, that wasn't us. Sand pumping. Started in June, lost a lot, but made it all back in a better one. There you go. What happened? That's what happens, man. You gotta stay on. I can take the 33 temple in crypto if you ever make it to Japan. Oh, I can take you to the 33 temple in Kyoto if you ever make it to Japan. And we can get some nice food. That'd be really cool, man. I'm gonna come out to Japan. That's gonna be part of the documentary. When the crypto lifer goes to the 33 Kyoto temple to eat rice in Japan. I'm pretty damn good at TA and make great trades, but just can't seem to make money that I want. Jason Westfall. It takes time, man. It takes time. Appreciate you guys. CHR pumping. Sand pumping. Let's take a look, man. CHR on the hourly about to break the triangle. Let's take a look at CHR. We talked about that earlier at the beginning of the stream. Let's take a look at CHR. Wow, look at that pump on CHR on the 5 minute. I mean, that's huge. And look, we got a call for CHR. So look, I love this because you're going to see, look, we look to the right. And there's the open call to buy into CHR at about 31. The lifers were way ahead of the crowd, man. This is my idea for CHR, a big trade too, a monster trade. 13% stop loss to gain what? 60% gains here coming out of CHR. And so far, you already be up. You could almost bring that. You could shave the stop loss a little bit if you wanted. A little bit. In at 30. The call was to get in at about 31. And it's at 33. Almost at. It's at 3333 right now. Look at that. The triple threes, baby. Right when we go there. Clockwork every time. I don't even stress it anymore. It just happens. Just be wary, man. That 1 hour is getting extended. How much more of a pop are you going to have? Right? Right? The whole market's been really nice. Take a look at the 4 hour. It's kind of indecisive in between too as well. I'm not saying these pumps aren't going to happen. They look nice, right? And Bitcoin dominance is in our favor. So watch for this to break out of the upside. But just, just take your profits. That's all I'm trying to say is take profits. Take your profits. Like I already took profits. I feel like now is like you've already swam through the ocean with all the sharks. Now you're going back in for more, No, we are BR lifers. Julio got it wrong. We know some Black Force team member, Cool Project and team from Brazil. This is a new coin, Amazonas coin from Brazil too, about carbon credits. Much love. Shout out to Fred Stormer. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate to my Brazilian peoples. Thank you so much. 168 matched likes watching. I knew we could do it, Lifer fam. You're the best. 168 people watching, 168 likes. Thank you guys so much. Did we ever crack 200? I never got to watch the stream myself like I usually do on the left. I usually kind of look at the health of what's going on, And honestly, look what I see here too. Neckline. I just saw this. I mean, there's a shoulder, there's a head, and there's a shoulder. And I can see that break to the upside as well. CHR breaking to the upside. Possible, look, ascending triangle now. I didn't even see this at first. See? And so this thing might just actually wiggle through a little longer before it finishes off here. And then break to the upside. But yeah, looking very, very bullish. CHR call still valid. Many calls still valid here on the in the live stream. A lot of calls that were made in the Patreon are still valid as well. We'll take a look at Theta for you right now on the 4 hour. It's looking really, really hot. Theta looking like the trade. And, Theta likes to boom. After Bitcoin does its thing, you see Theta likes to just kind of take the reins and boom again. It kind of pumps before all the other coins. It tends to do some freakishly big moves before everything else. It also consolidated for a long time. I like Theta right here. I'm going to make a call for Theta. Let's take a look at the 30 minute too. Are we low? Yeah, we're getting there. It's entry time for Theta USDT pair. Theta looking hot to trap for sure. I like Theta right now. Yeah, it's more of the easy play, bigger market cap call. Highly more likely to play out type of thing. 25% gains, right? You can go down to a risk-reward ratio of about, 3.74 to 1. Risk 6.7. I like Theta right now. To me, it's more of like the easy call, like Theta. Nothing's easy in this game at all, though. Alice pumping, too, as well. NFT is starting to make a move. That's what I'm trying to tell you. CHE, I think TLM too, going to start making a bit of a pump. Yep, now we got TLM coming in with my peoples. Let's take a look at Theta USDT. We're looking at the coins that are offset to Bitcoin, that have lower stochastics, more reset movement, and they look like they want to pump to the upside, right? Theta. Sideways night here. Mithram not moving my way. Kaba not, we'll see. We'll see. I like Theta right here. Theta looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at that sand pump and how big it was. Sand almost back to that all-time high eventually, man. Okay, it got sold off hard, though. That's what I'm talking about. People taking profits tonight fast. I think there's kind of indecision here. But we gave you sand, position you into sand here. At about 57 was the trade, right? When we bounced off this lower time frame in the stochastic on that, that Fibonacci retracement there. Have you taken the sand call, you'd already be up pretty nicely in sand at about 56, 57. Yeah, 58 even. Let's see where we'd be at had you taken the sand call. We got to a wick. Not bad. 15% gains for sand. And I see more coming out of it too. Yeah, nice little pop. But, let's look at it in a bigger time frame. It needs to break above this Fibonacci level here at the 382 before really we can take it seriously. 65 for sand, though, and doing really well. Nice day for sand. But again, halfway through the move on the 1 hour already, right? 4 hours kind of indecisive. It's kind of moving back up to the upside, though. It's interesting. That's what I'm saying. We're having some... I'm not getting my, perfect signals that I usually get. It's a little back and forth. Storage doing its thing out of this cup and handle. We talked about storage. If you open up the storage call, storage doing well and pumping to the upside. Look at this. So storage doing its thing on the 4 hour. It dumped hard though, like that. Dumped hard. Okay. Alice pump. Looks like they may hit the 200 before watching. Please, anything with great tech will most likely play out, in my opinion. Please, .coin. Possible that Theta may be around no matter what news or bills do. The quiet giant with true utility. I appreciate it. Remember when we were talking about Theta at 70 cents, 60 cents, me and you love learning? I'll never forget that night. We were talking about Bixweir, and that was one of our first conversations, and you were like, well, I like this Theta. What do you think of Theta? So funny. TCT likes to get busy. Everything's high in that 4 hour, man. I'd rather let this 4 hour play out. Even if you get a pop out of any of these things, which it looks like you may. TCT looks really nice in this on the 1 hour here. I like when the 1 hour is low and we're touching the 21-day moving average. Those are good indications that we're going to get a bit of a pop. This is like a simple trade to me. You take TCT, you get below the previous low, and you call it a day, right? The trades are all the same. It's just the ticker that changes and the time of day. But the trades are all the same, man. Reminds you of Cheers, right? Where every coin knows your name. Where every altcoin pumps with gains. We want to be where you can see the Satoshis just keep flowing. That's my one big stake in safe. We never touch it. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Trust thy coin. Trust thy stake. Trust thy stake. And there could be lower lows for these projects too as well. It's a weary night. It's a weary night. I'm putting some calls out, but it's a little high risk night. And that's just my intuition telling me to tell my lifers that, just my intuition. Let's take a look at Alice right now. Everyone seems to be hyped about Alice. Alice. Wow, Alice pumped hard right now. Look at that. And look, I already gave you the call for Alice earlier when I thought it would pump here. Just kept going sideways. So you'd still be in my call if you took this call for Alice. You would never have been stopped out, which is insane. Look, how my stop never got hit because we found a really good level of support. And so Alice just held that support and just kept going sideways. So this call is still valid for Alice. Nothing has changed with Alice right now. Call still valid. We'll just move it over a little bit. But this call is still valid. Target hasn't changed either. Let me open it up a little bit and see what we're seeing here. But honestly, these pumps look short-lived. Ephemeral is the word. You know? 4 hours getting oversold and the 1 hour is getting overbought. So it's like, you know, you're either going to get a pump and a retest. So look for it. If you get a pump and anything happens and you miss it, look for the retest of this line. If you miss it again, just keep looking for retests of support and resistance. You never miss anything. You're the one who thinks you miss things. Don't get negative about any trade. Just keep positive at all times. When trading, you need to stay positive. All you have to do is tell yourself is, did I buy something and sell it for a profit? Stay positive. It's not, oh, it kept going and I should have stayed in. That's negative. You got to stay positive. You got to stay positive. So the Alice trade. Hold on. And that's what I want you guys to see. I have a lot of calls that are still open that I've made throughout the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Check them out. Take a look at them, right? Try to figure out what's going on, why I like to trade, what's going on. Like Hex, it's going to be time to get back into Hex. It's going to fall down here and then it's going to moon. Bitcoin just kind of did this rounded top and then mooned, which was interesting, right? But it's a rising wedge with a shoulder head and a shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, highly likely to break up to the upside, right? The fact that it got bought back up shows buy pressure. That was everyone just, they sacrificed their Hex and then decided I don't have Hex. They got freaked out. They went and bought their Hex right back after the sacrifice, ended up doubling down. And that, to me, that's what happened. And now you see you have previous resistance breaking back up to the upside. I like Hex right here, and I think Hex is going to continue to the upside. I think it's going to really respect these support and resistance lines based on how many people are in there staking. There's fundamental reasons besides the technical analysis. And so I like Hex right here as a call to get back in and ride it back up to the upside about 30%. Back to about 16, 16.5, 17. Stop loss right here at about 9, 10%. Get it for a 2.7 to 4 risk reward ratio. That'd still be all right. You know, and you could crush it a little lower if you'd like. But I like this trade for Hex. I think Hex is going to do its thing. And Hex is kind of impervious to the market. It kind of does its own thing because there's so many people staking it and its own kind of reward system. It can kind of decouple slightly. So I like Hex here for this reason. I like Hex for that reason, okay? Okay, let's take a look at Axie AXS. And a lot of the Bitcoin money might be flowing into these coins, into these Axie coins, right? We gave you Axie right here. So this coin now booming to the upside. If you took the Axie call, now you're in the money. Stop loss never got hit. Another call booming to the upside. Makes me want to shout. Yes, it does. Makes me want to shout, just like the song. Already up 11%, even more. Watch it get rejected here, though, but you still got room to go on that 1 hour. Axie ready to boom up to the upside. Ready to get busy yet again for more. Look for Axie to get busy, man. It has a huge target here. 86% gains for Axie. Right now, you could even almost bring your stop loss to break even or just kind of shave it up a little bit. Shout out to anyone that got into the Axie call, booming to the upside. Axie, man, doing its thing. We gave you these calls. We find the pump before the pump, so you can get into the pump before the pump. Solana, been a strong coin for a while, showing a bit of a flag here too. Watch Solana. Getting wedged, getting tight. Fat double top there. I'd stay away from that M pattern. I don't like M's at all. Let's see if that plays out. Cake doing its thing. Cake BTC pair. Look like it's testing previous support. Off of a falling wedge. Might be the nice time to jump on it again. Sam, look at Matic. Thanks. Shout out to Crypto Greg. Appreciate you, man. We'll take a look at Matic right now. Alice Pump. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys, we're winding on down. About to be 11 o'clock. XRP Pump today. What will you guys do with your last 5 grand for crypto? My last 5 grand with crypto, man. What would I do? I would dollar cost average into projects that I like. I would research projects that I would start researching projects I really like. I would understand what I'm interested in. Am I in gaming? Do I like speed? Do I like DeFi? And I would find my favorite coins in those sections, and then I would begin to dollar cost average into them. I would begin researching, man. The research is going to really help you get on another level. Let's take a look at Matic. I think Matic would take some of this pump away and, some of the market pump. I think Matic right now, I haven't looked at Matic all day. I think Matic's got to be about like 116 right now, 115. Thinking about the market. Yeah, 114.5. I haven't looked at it yet. Here's a call for Matic, and Matic finally pumped to the upside as well. And there you go, baby. And now all the calls that I gave you guys in the last few weeks, now you see why. They took a while. In them, pop. Patience makes the heart grow fonder. Patience makes the wallet grow fatter. Yes, it does. And look, we also have a shoulder, head, and shoulder. That's possible that could break to the downside, right? Just saying. Hope it doesn't. But, just saying. It's also in a rising wedge, with a 68% chance of break to the downside. But we are low on the 1 hour. This thing is flagging out and getting ready. So watch Matic here. Doing some serious damage. The entries were already down in here. But if you're waiting to get into an entry, look for the 15-minute. Look for a smaller time frame. I do see that's a shoulder, head, and shoulder. We are low, though. Nice time to get into Matic. So I'm actually going to put a trade out here. I think Matic could do some serious damage. You might have to enter at Matic right here, though. I have a bigger trade open already. Here's your smaller trade for Matic, or you enter here and use this and raise your stops as time goes on. As time goes on. So Matic, 15 minutes, 6.2% stop loss, 17% gains here. Here's a call for Matic on the 15-minute. Also in a bigger trade on the bigger time frame there. I like Matic here. Possible nice little scalp for Matic on the 15-minute. 15-minute is a nice time frame to trade. You can do things and trade the 15-minute. Like you can get in, then go to dinner, then go to the beach, then hang out, and then the 15-minute actually is a workable trading time frame. That's what I'm finding out too. I'm doing different experiments with what time frames work for what you want to do throughout the day or where you want to go, and it's pretty interesting, right? 15 minutes seems to be a workable trading time frame. And we want to talk about that bill. I got to bring up that bill, the bill that they passed today. That not that good for crypto, right? Could have been better. A little sad that we couldn't get bigger of a voice. Did send an email to my senator. You got to send an email to the senator. Coinbase had it set up so you could do that. Try to tell him, hey man, this regulation isn't really the best. It could be way more regulated in a better manner. In a better manner. So check it out here. And shout out to everyone. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLiver33. Almost 2,000 followers on Twitter. Really appreciate that. The Senate is on the verge of passing legislation that would be terrible for cryptocurrency. The infrastructure deal contains dangerous provisions that would devastate crypto and blockchain innovation. Supporters of crypto need to make their voices heard. A quick explain on what happened in the infrastructure bill last night. We were on track to pass the Wyden-Loomis-Toomey amendment to fix the worst issues in the bill, and then Senators Rob Portman and Max Warner came from nowhere to blow it up. Now the votes tomorrow. As a refresher, the current infra bill draft has a provision expanding the tax code definition of broker to include any person who is responsible for regulating and providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of another person. The definition is widely overbroad. It captures nearly everyone in the crypto, forcing them all to surveil users in order to comply with tax reporting obligations. We spent all week asking Congress to remove it, change it, or add exceptions for miners and developers, and many others. Thankfully, some smart senators understood that the language in the original draft was unworkable. It treats everyone in the crypto like a traditional financial institution, no matter how different they are, and forces them to report data to the IRS that they don't and can't get. Yeah, we just don't have it. Like, you can't get hardware wallet information like you can get someone who signs up to an E-Trade account. It's just not the same. Like, you can't make Uniswap comply. They can't comply the same way, right? The Republican provision in the bipartisan infrastructure framework isn't close to being that solution in an attempt to apply brick and mortar rules to the internet and fails to understand how technology works. More to come, but we're proud of the work we've been able to do with Ron Wyden to responsibly address digital assets in the BIF. Stay tuned for more on our amendment. The bipartisan infrastructure package includes hastily designed tax reporting regime for cryptocurrency. Simply put, the text is unworkable. I plan to offer an amendment to fix it. Banking Senate /newsroom/minor. The three of them, a bipartisan group of Democrat and 2 Republicans, put together an amendment fixing the worst issues with the bill. The Wyden-Toomey-Loomis amendment clarifies that certain non-custodial actors like miners and developers and aren't covered by the broker rule. The amendment was set for vote yesterday and appeared likely to pass. It had strong support, thanks largely to all your calls and even Senator Portman, who led negotiations on the original crypto provision for the Republicans suggested he was for it. So guys, everything went so well, so far, so good. Not software developers or Lightning node operators, proof-of-stake validators, or DEX liquidity providers, or DeFi aggregators, or many other non-custodial actors who can't comply with the law. What really gets me is how Portman Manor cuts out subsection C from Wyden-Loomis-Toomey, which simply protects developers who write code and don't sell anything. That is basic First Amendment freedom of speech. It's jaw-dropping for 2 sitting senators not to get that. Now we have 2 compelling bills, one good one and one terrible, both coming up for vote tomorrow. That was today, right? And what happened? World in D.C. is the worst thing was a treasure idea. They don't like what we're building, and their solution is to obtain a jurisdiction over non-custodial actions. They've tried this via FinCEN proposed rule last year and failed. Now they're trying again. Cryptocurrency brawls bogged down infrastructure bill. The problem is they don't understand it. Like, for instance, if they try to make anyone report, you can make a wallet anytime you want, and then someone could send money to that wallet, right? Like, someone could make me a wallet, put money in it, one day just send it to me and say, hey, this is the wallet, man, here you go. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, here's the wallet, I have $1 million in there for you. And I'd be like, what do I do now? Like, it's so much different what's going on here. So it's so different, man. You know. Shout out to the Do Your Own Research team. Appreciate you guys more than you would ever know. They can't use their laws. Shout out to 1,899 followers. Be that 1,900 follower. Hit me up here. And look, sometimes you just might get a trade sent to your Twitter feed. Hit me up on Twitter, guys. I'd really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm winding down for the night. It's been a long day. It's been a long time of trading, and I am getting weary. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Let me jump into the chat one last time. Make sure I'm not missing out on anything. What's up with front.gov does not equals bet. Appreciate the Saturday stream. Damn, Lifer, you're so good at this, man. I would give a lot in life to be as good as you. You seriously have a gift, brother. It's impressive just to watch you. Shout out to the Berserk Bistro. Thank you very much, man. I'll pass this on. Thank you. Blow up your representatives on this. Patreon Lifer fan 24/7 testimonials. Gotta love how they crammed in an infrastructure bill a few days before voting on it. I know, it's crazy. So scammy, man. I do that HBAR link in VeChain, but only with 5K, all in one link. Solid bet. QNT looks like it may be bouncing off the 200 and busting out of a flag. Let's take a look at Quant. At the end of the day. And so, look, I see this a lot, and this is actually healthy. It is bouncing off this. Where do you say it's bouncing off the 200? Okay, right there. It did bounce off the 200. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours ago. Would have been a beautiful entry. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. This is what I see forming now. Look at this. I'm projecting right now. I'm beginning to project. I think we make the right shoulder and we get on out of here. But I believe that's kind of what we're going to be doing. Remember, we got into Quant at 58, at 98. That's what we started buying into Quant, and it boomed up to the upside. I got out of Quant, and now it's back doing its thing. Let's see what it is. Yeah. I see something else happening with Quant. Look at this. Forming a giant bull pennant. Up, down, up, down. It's going to wiggle its way up out of this thing and break to the upside. That thing wants more, and it wants more seriously big now. Quant. So here, this is why these take patience though. Like, a lot of people don't have the patience for trades like these. Stop loss below this big previous low. Ride it all the way up to the upside. There's a call for quant right there, booming to the upside. I'm projecting a right shoulder forming. It hasn't happened yet. I'm projecting the idea, filling out this flag, coming up to the upside. Simple trade 158 to 169 if you want to just pattern trade it. But I want to go for the big bone. 63% gains, 40% gains, risking 10%. It's a 3.9% risk reward ratio. I like quant right here. I'm going to throw it out to the Patrons for a longer call. It's going to take about 2-3 weeks. You know, it could be quicker, but I think it'll take at least 2 or 3 weeks. All right, thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the love. I'm winding on down out of here for the night. I'm going to go dance in the stars and look up and meditate. I got that 1900 follower. Thank you so much, Jason Westfall. Appreciate that for jumping on into Twitter. I'm new to your stream, but I really dig the vibe. Subscribing and hit the like, man. If you like that, then you'll like the Patreon. For $99 a month, I'll be all over you. I will teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis. I have a beginner's room. This is what you get if you join my Patreon. Number one, you get calls like I gave in video calls. The last 3 days in a row, I woke up at 7 in the morning, gave a video call for Bitcoin. 3 times in a row, they all played out to the upside. They were Bitcoin leverage trades on 3x leverage or just a regular Bitcoin call or a USDT pair. We gave you multiple ideas of how to trade Bitcoin. Here's your Bitcoin update, Bitcoin looking bullish. At 2:30, I gave another update about Bitcoin looking bullish. Said, I see it going here. It's at the bottom of the channel. I see it breaking up to the upside. This is what I saw. The call for Bitcoin was to open it here. It bounced up to the upside. We made this call. We nailed it. Another call here on the channel that was given at 2 o'clock today. So you can backtest this stuff. All this is happening right here in my Patreon for $99 a month. Also, I have other people that I work with, my admins and other people that are good analysts, and they sit in the beginner's room as far as me too, beginners and expert, and they help the beginners and other people learn how to trade. You can jump in here, learn how to trade, start, people taking circle. Is this divergence? Did I draw this right? Am I learning right? I also do tutoring, one-on-one tutoring. Hit the link at the description of my videos. It gives you my exact calendar. It's New York City time. So equate that to your time throughout the world and then just hit it. It's that simple. And then you pay with it and then you're ready for me. We don't have to say what time is your time, what time is my time. It's automated. It's ready to go. Just go right to the link, hit it, and me and you can be one-on-one and I'll tutor you. I'll give you everything I can. I'll give you a 9-point PowerPoint list of things that I do to get into a trade. I'll talk about proper risk management. I'll give you an equation how to find your stop loss based on the position size. Give you your position size based on the stop loss. Really, really good equation. I'll give you proper risk management. I'll help you find your way in cryptocurrency. I can also consult you on your portfolio, talk about coins, and just go over how to have a proper, good, positive mentality when trying to change your life and begin to learn how to trade and get out of that 9 to 5. So if that's something you really like, hit me up and I'll be there for you guys every step of the way. I really, really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm on my way out. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. What an amazing Saturday night. What an amazing, amazing day. You guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next live stream, which will be tomorrow for Bitcoin's weekly candle close. If we close above 42K, it's going to be amazing. My Patrons, look out for me in the charts and calls throughout the night and throughout the morning. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you guys so much. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Peace. Wow. 300.